Welcome to the 16-ounce cinema podcast.
Hello and welcome to 16-ounce cinema, where we drink pints and talk pictures. I'm TJ. I'm here with Angus.
Hello.
And Michael.
Hey,
I'm
here.
Okay. Hi. Way to go, Mike. Welcome.
Thanks
for joining us.
Good to be here.
For our 41st episode. This episode we're taking on tween movies. That's
Wait,
movies...
what episode are we on?
I thought we're on 42.
41.
Yeah.
We're doing our
No.
PG
41
family
was Silk
friendly.
Stockings.
Oh, that was a surprise.
Are we counting Silk Stockings in the main count?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, the first one definitely, because we're putting it out
so
for
everybody. We did a commentary track for season 1, episode 1 of Silk Stockings. That's STALKINGS. Go ahead and check that out. But now we're back to our PG family friendly episode. Let's start
that was
with our
too
beers.
racy for us.
Yeah, we gotta cool things off now. After I did an episode naked. Mike, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking a beer called The Perfect Disguise from Doghead Fish Head Dog.
Doghead
Brewery.
Yeah, dog, fish,
I
dog,
wrote it wrong,
fish.
apparently.
I do
It's
like that
a,
name for a beer, The Perfect Disguise. I don't know
It's
why.
a
It's got a
German
nice swing
Kolsch.
for beer. Okay.
I don't know what a Kolsch is, so you tell me what a Kolsch is. You'll
They're
know.
golden and kind of crisp.
Okay, yeah, it's a golden
That's-
Kolsch double IPA, and on the cover it has like space aliens on it and palm trees and shit. It's cool.
Well, they're
I
not
like
really
it.
undercover, are they?
No, they're on. Oh, well, they are because like he's hiding like in.
Oh, you made it sound like
Yeah.
they were just floating around being aliens and shit.
Yeah.
So earlier I had a Voodoo Ranger Hazy IPA, and then I had a Coors Light. Now I'm having Locatur Red Blend Wine.
Oh, all right.
I'm glad to hear you're
Jesus.
drinking again.
Yeah. It was by accident.
Also joining the
Yeah.
Coors Club.
Fell into that one.
Yeah, I was at a friend's house, and they said their aunt came and brought it into the house, and they said I could drink their piss beer if I wanted, so I did.
Yeah, it's totally accidental.
You give in to the easiest peer pressure I've ever heard of.
you can drink my piss if you want.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I was like, well,
You're just
since
like,
you're twisting
yeah,
my
might as well.
arm.
Alright. I guess what I got kind of goes with the theme. You know when you're a young kid and you try beer for the first time and it's fucking gross?
Disgusting, yeah.
You drink
I
like
was
your dad's
into it.
beer or something, and it's horrible.
Mine was a Bud Light, and I loved it. I chugged like half the thing.
Yeah, but Bud Light's really kind of meh. That's an easy
So,
one. See, my
we
dad
were-
just drank straight Budweiser.
We were trying to get another friend drunk because we were messing around on his roof, and he had a skylight, and he knocked on the skylight.
What do you mean? Messing around? Like doing
were-
gay shit?
We were being teenagers on the roof, or like
You
12,
little hanky
13-year-olds.
panky.
Yeah.
Dude, we used to
And,
hang out on the roof.
And he had a skylight into the kitchen, and he saw his sister downstairs in the kitchen, so he decided he was going to
Hell
moon
yeah.
her. So he knocked on the skylight to get her attention, and then he sat on it, but he cracked it when he sat on
Did
it.
he fall through?
No, but it put this big old, like, ass-shaped crack on it. And so we went up there and tried to, like, fix it by scotch taping it back together.
What's an ass-shaped crack look
and then-
like?
It like the shape of the outside, so it was clearly
like a
like someone
round?
sat there. Yeah, like a round with like the two kind of bulbous circles of where the ass cheeks were.
Oh, that's weird as shit.
Yeah. So we taped it together, and we went downstairs into the kitchen to look at it, and he was like, "No, my dad's gonna kill me." And like his parents were going through a divorce, and his dad really was like really ornery.
He really loved that window.
Well, I mean, later on,
Reminded him of better times.
like we all got excited for Rotten.com, and he went to show us Rotten.com, but his dad was waiting on a phone call, and this was the dial-up days.
Oh.
So as soon as he went online, his dad knew he did, and his dad came in and ripped the monitor out and cracked our friend in the skull. So, like, there was legit fear that he busted the skylight, his dad was going to hurt him. So we tried, like, well, we could just tell him it was an accident. He's like, but we scotch taped it now, so it's clearly not an accident. And so, like, my other friend that was there was like, well, let's just get drunk. So we started drinking his dad's beer, and he was like, no, this doesn't help. And that was my first beer. I remember my first beer.
Yeah, it's a pretty good story.
Yeah.
The thing I love about
so what are you drinking?
Oh, well, can I just say the thing I love about that story is you've told that story before about the Rotten.com.
Yeah,
so
monitor,
I know
that's why.
I know exactly who it is, and it makes it so much funnier because, like, I remember that time we were just drinking Everclear, like, straight.
Yes.
And how fucking terrifying that was the next morning.
Same friend's house, and we're just drinking Everclear straight in the middle of the living room because his parents are away. We fill
a trash can.
A trash can completely full of not just beer, but also liquor bottles for like 4 dudes, right? So,
there was
that's the fucked up part, yeah.
There was more at the beginning of the night. Some left.
5.
But it was...
There was 5 total. 4
Was it total?
in the morning. There was 5 of us drinking, but only 4 of us in the morning. And what happened in the morning? Well, no, Mike had left. Mike had left. So it was you and me, Angus, and then this friend who we're not naming for privacy.
Yeah.
And the friend's grandparents show up to check up on him.
Oh, shit, that's right. It was the grandparents.
And I was sleeping on the couch. Angus had a bedroom because he called dibs on the bed. And the friend was, like, on his dad's bed. And Angus hides in the fucking closet. I'm still drunk from the night before because I only went to sleep like 2 hours ago. So my dumbass answers the door with this trash can full of bottles behind me.
No. Can I say what you did though? Like before you went to bed?
What did I do?
You fucking took the bottle Everclear and just went, yeah! And you fucking chugged the bottle, and you set it, like, you put it down to your side, you looked around, and you did this glazed look at us, and you just went like, that was a mistake, and just started vomiting into that trash can, on top of all the bottles.
I dove or barfed?
You puked.
Oh,
you puked all over.
Yeah, like, I threw up a lot.
So the trash can was just, like, coated with a topping, like an icing of your puke. So that had to mix with this, like, that smell mixed with all the old alcohol smell inside of it. Like,
yeah, that was
I bet it made his grandpa's from the South. I bet it made him feel, like, young again. Like, those were the days.
Yes. So I answer the door for them in this completely trashed house. And they're kind of like, is home? And so I was like, oh yeah, he's sleeping.
Wait, whoa, you gotta cut that.
What? Oh.
You just, cut that.
We'll bleep that. Jeez.
Bleep.
So they ask if Billy is home. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's over there sleeping in his dad's room. I go over there and he's fast asleep, like drunk asleep. So I'm there with his grandpa over my shoulder, like shaking him, like, you gotta wake up, dude. Dude, your grandpa's here, you gotta wake up. Dude, you gotta wake up. And I'm like, he won't wake up. You gotta wake up. And finally his grandpa's like, he's not gonna wake up, son. We'll come back. What's awesome is, like, an hour later, he finally wakes up, and I was like, dude, your grandparents were here, you're fucked. And he's like, my grandparents are coming? We gotta clean up. And he starts frantically, like, taking the trash out. I'm like, no, dude, they've been here.
They were here.
They saw the trash can. You wouldn't wake up. And he just, like, sat down like, oh, shit. And I don't know what came of that, but I gotta say, in all fairness, that, like, him and his dad are super cool. Like, that relationship is okay, even though his dad threw a monitor at his head 20 years ago.
I just want to say how funny that was that I was listening to all that go down. And I was so glad I wasn't a part of it.
I just love that me feebly telling his 17-year-old me, feebly telling his grandfather, he won't wake up. I don't know. He won't wake up. And finally his grandfather's just saying, he's not going to wake up, son. We'll come back.
What's funny is I heard this story so many times. I feel like I was there as a ghost, like the whole time. Like I know everything.
That's why I had to correct myself because you stayed up with us. You drank Everclear straight with us till like 7 a.m. and then at like 9 o'clock you're like, I gotta go to work. Like, you were a beast back then, dude.
Yeah.
To be 22 again.
Yeah. We also got attacked by a rat that night.
Yeah, we were grilling and we left potatoes out there.
There was a fucking rat on the grill.
And later we got hungry, so we're like, oh, let's go get those potatoes we left on the grill. And we opened the grill and there was a rat out there on the patio on the grill, and we all freaked out over this rat flying everywhere. It climbed up the screen and everything.
Man.
Did you ever tell us your beer, Angus?
No. So yeah, you drink regular beer and it was horrible, but the first thing you would drink, like my mom gave me a wine cooler for the new millennium.
Oh.
Like when it was turning 2000, like 1999, December 31st, she gave me a wine cooler. Little did she know that would be a 20-year struggle with alcoholism.
Oh my God, Zima started it all.
It wasn't a Zima. I don't remember what it was, but it was like one of those like 4-pack
It
ones.
was one of those like Wolf's Creek like bum beer things that they had. That was like 19%.
Oh,
yeah,
what was
like,
that one that came in a 32 ounce that like it was like Smirnoff but not Smirnoff?
Boone's
Maybe I am
Farm?
thinking of Smirnoff.
Boone's Farm? What was that
I
one?
don't know.
There is one that had like a farm or a valley or a creek.
Yeah, there
on
was
it,
Boone's
and
Farm.
It came in...
No, you know what? Maybe I am thinking of Smirnoff when it came into 32.
Yeah, they came in those big ass ones for
Back
a
when
while.
I was
That's
15. 'Cause I remember like getting like 2 or 3 of those and walking to the beach and then walking home. Just, I remember one of the times, whatever it
On a
was.
sugar high.
Yeah, we went to the beach, me and a friend. We got drunk at the beach. We were singing that her hair is everywhere, like
I don't know what
stupid.
Yeah, what was that?
Screaming infidelities.
Oh, you were singing Dashboard?
Dashboard Confessionals. But he started it. I was just like, whatever, because I've been like slamming these
This
things
is the
at 15.
gayest story you've ever told.
Yeah. And then
You're drinking
I
Smirnoff.
slammed
and
back 66 ounces of Smirnoff and just sang fucking Dashboard Confessional with my BBF.
Yes. It was
on a beach! On a romantic beach!
one of the first times I ever got drunk, and it was just magical. And then we walked home at 15 through like the neighborhood with these
Holding
32s
hands.
of Smirnoff in our hand, trying to hide them whenever like a car drove by. And then at one point I was too drunk, so I sat down like in somebody's yard. And my friend was like, "No, dude, you got to make it home. You can't do this here."
Oh, shit.
And then I got
Let's
home.
Gets you into bed, sweetheart.
I took a shower and threw up in the shower, and I watched Bourne Identity with my parents. I got home and they were
shit.
so like, "We got this movie from Blockbuster. We know you love movies. This one looks really cool." I was like, I got to take a shower first. And I actually remember watching Bourne Identity with them. I remember the opening on the boat and everything.
It's a lovely story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so
Good
what I'm
times.
drinking is...
Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking something to get drunk and sing Dashboard Confessional with your fucking BBF at
Yeah!
15. I'm
Yeah,
drinking Smirnoff
man.
Ice, baby.
Yeah. I'm so happy for us.
I'm screaming infidelity.
What was the next line? Her hair is
Why would I know? I'm not gay.
Screaming infidelity.
All right, I'm putting my foot down. That's enough of screaming.
It was all over the radio in 2000 or 2001.
Not on
Oh,
the
God.
buzz.
Back
I
when,
hope
no,
we
it was
looked
on
that
the
up.
buzz. Because that's all I
I hope
listened
we
to
look-
back then.
I hope we looked
Or
that
it
up
might have
and
been
was
on Planet
2004.
Radio. That was the other one, right? Planet Radio?
Yeah, that was like the Miami station. I stole a bunch of signs from Ozfest for them. Because they had them like outside in the parking lot, so I just stole a bunch of signs for Planet Radio and had them around my room. So stupid.
We still haven't named your beer. We've
I
been
said
dodging
Smirnoff
it
Ice.
for 10 minutes.
Oh, it is Smirnoff Ice. Okay.
All right. Are you
I
a
thought you were
32 of
kidding.
it?
No, just regular. I got a 6.
A growler?
Try-
A growler of Smirnoff?
Growler.
No. I'm trying to bang my boyfriend.
Wait, is it regular or is it like raspberry flavor?
No, it's just regular Smirnoff Ice. Yeah.
Cool.
A classic. All right, Mike,
Classic, yeah.
start with the movies.
Holy shit.
So I watched Explorers, directed by Joe Dante of Gremlins and Interscope.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. And also starring the several casts and crews of every single Nightmare on Elm Street film ever made, except the first one in the remake.
By the way, friendly
Although-
reminder not to Google the movies.
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna Google my own movie. Like, where am I? What's going on?
But I do want to say,
Yeah.
like, Joe Dante does, like, great, like the kids' films like that, because he did another one, like,
Yep.
The Hole or something, like, 10 years ago that was really fun.
Holes.
Yeah, it was like a
No,
that
it
was
wasn't
like a
holes.
little-
It was different. It was like
Yeah.
it was like a kid like found like a hole in like a basement or something and found like crazy monsters. Yeah, he does fun shit.
Yeah.
Like Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, and my beer's good. I'll say that.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. My wine is very sweet.
Oh, good. Just like the Smirnoff, I imagine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
starts
a good
with-
It's
pairing.
sweet
for
like
me
my
and
boy.
Angus.
I'm take.
Yeah. Well, my pairing's good too because it's German. There's Germans in my movie, so that makes sense.
Okay.
And aliens, so that's cool. So it starts with this kid dreaming about flying in space and Tron and shit like that, and it's pretty awesome. He falls asleep with this like tiny ass 1985 TV turned into like alien shooting movie. There was like pew 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 and like lasers and shit like that. I tried to look it up, but I think it was like a fake movie because it plays again and it's also a fake movie. So I
When
think
did
it's
your
the same
movie come out?
1985.
Okay.
So
Oh wow,
one
this
year-
is
one-
old
yeah,
school.
Yeah, 1 year
Okay.
after my birthday, so we're getting there. He wakes up and decides to draw his dream because apparently that's what he does. He has a big notebook of dream drawings. And
I
then he
imagine
becomes
TJ
really-
does that.
Yeah, he kind of reminded me of TJ a little bit. I was just
no,
like, I bet TJ did
my last
this,
stream
except
was
like,
really terrifying. I wouldn't want to draw it.
oh, good.
Yeah, you texted us the one.
Yeah,
it was
I
terrifying.
had
Me-
a dream that I was in a small curtained room, and that all my memories of movies and everything were coming at me, and I couldn't keep them away. Meanwhile, the harmonicas theme from Once Upon a Time in the West blasted, along with an Elvis song, and then a third song, and then I just started screaming.
So the aliens in my movie actually only talk in pop references from like the 70s, and at one point play a harmonica. That's actually
That's pretty
really
cool.
weird.
Pop references from the 70s.
Yeah. I wrote that I can't tell if he's like frustrated because he can't remember his dream or because he has a stupid haircut, because he has a really stupid 80s haircut. And so he calls his friend, another kid, yeah, he's a kid too, with the same stupid haircut to tell him about his dream.
Yeah, he's a kid.
And he's just like, dude, I had this dream. It was about aliens and it was so real. You know, like the way we used to talk about dreams when we were like 11.
Or TJ does now.
Or now, yeah.
Wait, can I
yeah.
stop you for a second?
Yeah.
You watched something else. What did you try to watch before?
I tried to watch. Okay, I tried to watch Saved by the Bell, the college years, but that actually turned out to be 13 episodes. And I
You
didn't
tried to
wanna go
watch a
through 6
TV
hours.
show about college students.
Well,
He was watching a
I thought it
mini-series.
was a movie. I thought it was a movie.
What,
So I
like-
ended up watching. Hang on. So I ended up watching Saved by the Bell Hawaiian style, which was so fucking boring. I had to stop 20 minutes into it. I just couldn't handle it.
Why were you on such a Saved by the Bell kick?
Okay, so I don't know, but one day from Amazon, I got 2 little comic books that say
Oh
Saved
my
by
god,
the Bell.
he's reading
and,
the comic book. He's a Saved by the Bell
like-
completionist.
and like a 40-page book. I
Hold
must
on.
have just been really drunk one night
so
when we
are the
started talking about
comics-
Saved by the Bell.
Mike, since you're the expert, are the comics canon
He's
to
not.
the TV show?
Actually, one of the comics seems to be just like one episode of the TV show, and the other one is just like as if it was another episode of it.
So they are
I don't
canon.
know.
Now, what about the novelizations?
Yeah.
I assume the novelizations aren't
I
technically
wanna hear
canon.
Angus.
Damn it!
He
Yes,
can't get himself in there.
I actually had these comic books come into my job, so I had to write the
Ooh.
fucking info on these books, like these comic books for Saved by the Bell, because they were signed by Zach and fucking Screech.
Mario Lopez.
No,
Oh,
Mario
Screech,
Lopez
okay.
didn't, but Mario Lopez is going to be at a convention here next
Oh.
month
What? He's
With-
so famous, though.
with Zach.
Oh.
Yeah, he is really famous. John Leguizamo is going to be there too, our boy.
John
Yeah.
Leguizamo was in
Cool.
Saved by the Bell?
No, he's gonna be at the thing. But yeah,
Yeah, he
like
plays Lisa Voorhees.
these
Anyway.
these comic books are so goddamn awful, man. Because I actually have to read the shit for what I do, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. I don't even remember the TV show, but if it's half as bad as those comics are, I'll never rewatch
TV show
it.
was pretty awesome.
I
liked
don't
the TV show
remember.
a lot. Everybody agrees the movies were garbage, though.
Okay.
What about the mini series when they went
Oh,
to
the college years was amazing.
loved
It's
it?
maybe even better. No, I don't own it.
Are they going to do like a semi-adult comeback like they did with Archie and Riverdale?
I thought they did.
Oh!
I could be wrong. I thought they did an update of like a whole new cast and crew.
Didn't you say they were doing one with like a transgender like person? or
Yeah,
something
that's
like
the
that?
one I'm thinking. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about. There should be like one coming out this year or something like that. Where where like the really popular kid's a transgender dude or chick. I don't know how it works.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm excited for that. 'Cause I am. Yeah.
Saved
Yeah,
by
that's
the
probably how I got the
surgery.
comics. I probably thought about that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch some more Saved by the Bell and get the comics or something. So on the way to school the next day, his friend gets bullied. But he's German, so I didn't care, and I was actually kind of rooting for the bullies to beat him up and stuff.
Fuck you.
Oh.
And then one of the
That's
kids was like, "Oh,
insensitive.
hey, did your mom make you another sauerkraut sandwich?" And I laughed with the bully.
What- It's such a weird reason to bully him.
Well, actually, I was bullied in grade school because my mom made me radish sandwiches. So I actually don't know
Ew.
why I was rooting for the fucking.
So
bullies.
did they just like make fun of you? Oh, hey, Polish kid, your mom's gonna make you some more radish sandwiches?
What the fuck is
Yeah,
a
I
radish
mean, kinda.
sandwich?
Yeah, we were middle school. Yeah, basically.
Like you
What the
didn't have
fuck is
anything else
that?
on the sandwich, just radishes?
No. It was radish, scallions, and cream cheese. They
Scallions?
really they really
Scallions
focus on
is
the
what I
radish.
heard.
Yeah, scallions. You know, green onions.
I heard scallions and maybe.
Oh,
Scallions.
you know what? I was thinking of scallops when you said that.
Oh my god,
Like she
that's
made
really
you this
expensive.
weird seafood sandwich.
Yeah, we didn't have scallops until I was like in my late teens. I don't think. Those were expensive as shit.
Scallops on a sandwich with radishes. Like,
Yeah.
you deserve to be made
Okay.
fun of if that's what you're eating in middle
I mean,
school.
that better have been fresh. What do you mean? That would have been like a $20 sandwich. That would have been great.
Still weird.
And
You're the
then,
weird
so
rich
after-
Polish kid.
Here's my caviar crackers.
Yeah,
Brought a can opener to school.
like you're eating caviar in middle school. It doesn't matter. Caviar's expensive. You're getting made fun of.
Yeah. And radish and sauerkraut. Yeah. The German kid says no, it's a bologna sandwich. So
I love
the
sauerkraut.
bullies were wrong. Yeah.
I hate it.
Then a Mexican kid rip his pants off and then like makes fun of him.
Like,
And then I start feeling bad for him because you can see his underwear.
You only feel
then-
bad when the Mexican kids fuck with them?
Yeah, I wrote I bet he's illegal. And so I got angry. I knew you'd like that one. So then the bully gets beat up by oh no, then the bully beats up our main character. And yeah, again I start feeling bad still. And then
Dude,
because
I
it
just-
reminds me
Oh,
Yeah.
I just thought it was Zach for some reason who just got beat up. I still thought we were
Zach
talking about
Morris?
Saved by the Bell, yeah. I forgot we went to this movie.
So the whole thing made me feel bad because I used to get bullied and I got beat up in middle school. So this whole thing was bad. I should add that the main character is Ethan Hawke and his
Dude.
German friend is River Phoenix.
whoa.
I got pantsed in middle school to where I had to change schools.
That's
that's a lot of
more than a fanzine, but let's not talk about
Yeah,
it
that's
here.
a
Yeah.
that's a
I
few
was
dozen fancies.
raped.
I think your ex-wife
yeah,
has
you
a
were right.
podcast for that. Why don't you go guest star?
Oh, God. No, but like honestly though,
Dude,
is that
you should have been on like a TV show where you get even with your middle school bullies,
so like the bully beatdown.
or maybe not get even. That wouldn't make sense.
I pulled out.
the
You
back.
just pants all of them?
No, I pulled out his like kid's pants who's in middle school.
No, you beat up his middle school kid
And pants him.
and pants him. Yeah,
No, but what I was gonna
making
say
me
was,
radishes.
if that never happened, like I would not know you guys.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Because I would have been at the other school, so fuck,
Hell yeah, the positive sides of child abuse or
Rape.
Yeah.
rape, yeah. It's not all bad. Come on.
That should be a
new
postcard.
people. Have new experiences. Tell stories
Have
on
new
podcasts.
Molestation got you down.
Holy shit. So, this is both the first acting experience of Ethan Hawke or River Phoenix. So this is their first movie ever, or acting ever, apparently, according to the internet. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What? So, wait, but
yeah.
So River didn't have that long of a career.
No, he died like 9 years after this movie or something like that. So. Ethan Hawke still makes movies. He's still cool. I still like him. So then this other cool guy shows up who's not a famous actor. He totally stops acting in like 87 or something. And he beats up the bullies. No, he wasn't pants. He was just a badass. And he sounded like a 30-year-old. He sounded like he was dubbed, but he wasn't. He just had higher testosterone levels, I guess. I don't know.
I don't trust you with dubs.
Right, yeah. You didn't know Alice Cooper was dubbed over.
Well, I still don't believe you. So
By a guy who's actually famous for doing the English dubs in Italian movies. So he has a famous voice as a dubber.
Alice Cooper?
Yes, Alice Cooper's a famous dubber.
Yeah. Going back to the days of Deep Red.
So the
He dubbed
this cool
his
guy,
own voice.
this cool guy beats up the bullies, and
Yeah,
then they
cool
become
guy.
best friends because that's how kids. That's how
Mario
And then-
Lopez
and
beat
then they
up
go to the
bullies.
Lopez
beach
shows up. Yeah.
Slam Smirnoff and sing Screaming Infidelities together.
No, that's your life. That's not River Phoenix. They
I,
did heroin.
I had a
They
better
started doing
life than
heroin.
River Phoenix.
A longer one. I wouldn't say better. That was pretty cool.
It's quantity over
was in a
quality.
I'd have to agree with that.
Oh yeah, there's this weird scene where Hawk is like, "Hey, come over to my house, but leave your bike because we're gonna take the creek route." But Hawk takes his own damn bike, so now this cool guy is gonna have to walk home, like
Why?
without his bike. Kids are fucking retarded. So that happened. I got really angry. Then the stupid German bitch that Wolfgang's mom makes everyone the worst looking baklava I have ever seen. And I thought that was like cultural appropriation. I called her a Nazi in my notes again. Wolfgang is cool though. He has a computer and a modem and rats and a lab and stuff like that. And then, so they go in there and they hang out. And Wolfgang turns Hawk's picture from the dream into computer code, which turns out to be like GPS coordinates all over the world or something like that. So that's like the thing they find the computer thing from his dreams. Let's see, where am I? Oh yeah, Wolfgang's dad is a voice actor in like every JRPG I've ever played.
Oh, so you recognize
so
this
it's like
guy,
Really?
but not Alice Cooper.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No, yeah, what? Just go on, dude.
Okay, so Wolfgang tells us that Hawk's dream is actually like a 3D force generator. They can go anywhere with like the coordinates of Earth. And basically it means, because it's 1985, it's just like a big blue ball that shows up on the screen.
Hell yeah.
And then the Wolfie can like make the ball move all over the place. So that's kind of cool.
Did you say the Wolfie?
Wolfie?
Yeah, I call him Wolfie for the rest of my notes.
Hell yeah, I like it.
I can't say Wolfgang. It's too many.
Even
things
in
together.
Amadeus, they called Mozart Wolfie. His wife called him Wolfie.
Is that true?
Is it?
Like, in
Oh,
the
I think
movie,
you're
it's
making that
true. I don't know if in real life, back in the 1700s, she was like, Wolfie!
I didn't watch the movie.
I wasn't alive 500 years ago, so.
The movie came out less than 500 years ago.
I don't
So apparently, we learned next that Wolfie also has Wi-Fi because they take the computer to the park and it just works, even though he was talking about like the internet or something back then. So anyway, he works at the park.
Wait, how?
And I don't know how. It's a movie.
Wasn't
It
the
just
internet
works.
only created in like the 90s? Like the early
internet?
Hey.
How long has the internet been around?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But he didn't say the word internet, but like he talked about having a modem, and like you need the modem's only for the internet, right?
Or a LAN.
Oh, maybe that's what he meant then. All right.
Maybe this
Anyway,
movie
he had a
didn't come
mono.
out in 1985.
We look it up. It was fucking 2005.
Yeah, we're like 20 years after River Phoenix died. I didn't notice all the strings.
It's not even
River
River
Phoenix
Phoenix.
Jr.
It's Zhao
So
Quinn.
this is where, so this is where they learned they could go inside the blue ball and like go for a ride, and that's what
Wanna
happens.
go for
they're
a
boys.
ride?
And because they're boys, they go look at chicks through the window.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That would be
They
cool.
realized that-
Hey, hold on. That
Yeah.
would be cool if like TJ and his friend got drunk and did that. No, they started screaming dashboard.
No, they would
lyrics
just
at
go
each
look
other.
into your bedroom window.
No, we went to yours,
Like,
Mike.
don't let him see. Don't let him see.
Remember,
us.
we never
Oh,
went to
yeah,
your
it would
front
be
door.
mine.
We always knocked on your window.
It would be mine. Yeah. I just show up in a big blue ball. What the fuck are you doing? They realized that if they get a bigger power source, they could go faster and get a bigger ball.
Harder,
so they jack
better,
it up
faster,
to a car
stronger.
battery. And then they steal a tilt-a-whirl clown thingy, like the thing you sat on, and they pimp that out with like seats and lights and like pictures of NASA and shit like that. So, it was really cool. So then they take that and they drive it to a what is that called where you watch the movie on the outside?
A drive-in?
Yeah, drive-in. Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
drive that to
I
a
forgot the
drive-in.
name of it for some reason. Yeah, so they take their space ball thing to a drive-in and watch a movie called Star Killer, who stars Richard Ricardo as the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. So that made me really happy. And his yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yep, yeah, and so anyway, that happened. That was cool. I enjoyed it. He plays two other aliens in this movie too that are coming up later. And then they get stopped by like a helicopter a cop thing.
Oh,
which
he's
I
a
didn't
Joe
think
Dante
existed.
regular, actually, come to think of it.
Yeah, I saw that he was in like at least one other
Yeah,
movie. I don't know what else.
he was in
yeah.
Inner Space.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think a
Yes,
few
I
others.
can look it
Yeah,
up,
I
right?
couldn't tell you off the top
Yeah.
of my head, but now that you said that, I remember that he is a Joe Dante regular, which is pretty cool.
So then they get stopped by like a helicopter cop who like also has dreams, like the same dreams that our main character has.
Dream a little
And like he
dream.
kind of starts following him around and like finds him and like the kids have to run away from him, but doesn't really go anywhere, which I'll get to as why later. But then the cop disappears right after he shows up. So they eventually go into fucking space because that's where the movie went, and then they get taken by this like alien ship featuring a guy named Walk and a girl named Nick, or Neek I think was her name, and they're like brother and sister aliens that are out for a joyride in their alien dad's spaceship.
Oh, like the neutrinos
It's
in
fun.
Ninja Turtles.
What?
Like the neutrinos in Ninja Turtles.
I
don't
hate
remember.
those. Those are terrible. I fucking hate
remember
those
those.
things.
You didn't like the neutrinos and they're like flying
No, they were
Cadillacs?
awful. I fucking hated them. I had the toy of the purple-haired boy or whatever, and I despised that toy.
Who the fuck were the neutrinos?
I
That's
never
a
had the
picture.
toys, but I loved them in the show, and I loved that like
No.
every time they showed up, right before they
No.
showed up, they played that same
Awful.
riff like and then they
really
swooped
did
in
not
in their
like 'em.
flying Cadillacs.
Fuck them.
Wow.
Fuck neutrinos.
I can't believe that the show has a neutrino divide.
And yeah, I mean, I'm square in the middle. I'm gonna have to Google it.
I'm bringing a
later
poll
and
to
see
Facebook
what
after
I
this
think.
episode goes up.
Nah, dog, I wouldn't.
Yes or no neutrinos?
I bought the DVD set like a year ago and was rewatching all of them. And that fucking episode like made me halt like my fucking watching because they made me so mad. They just suck.
Is it that noise?
Fuck 'em. Now I've got a bias against your movie because I think it's them.
There's
I bet he watched Ninja Turtles too.
there's no neutrinos in my movie.
neutrino. Oh, okay. We'll add them.
I took them away from my selling point now. Shit.
Good.
Right before they meet Walk and Nick, they get like assaulted by this spider claymation dog that has like an anteater for a snout.
That's the best
That
thing
kinda,
you've
like,
said so
sexually-
far.
All right. I don't know where to go after that one. So they become friends with Walk and Nick, who love American films, like I said earlier, and they love just all types of American media. Also, Wok is played by Richard Ricardo from Star Trek as well.
His name's Robert Picardo, but that's okay.
Not Richard? Not Rich? Is that what you said?
I'm not 100% that it's not Richard because I've been drinking, but his last name is Picardo, not Ricardo.
Oh.
Because that's
okay.
easy to remember because it's Picard. Oh.
Well,
You know,
Richard
Star
Ricardo like leaps right off the tongue so much better. I only say his name once, so I'm gonna keep it as Ricardo
Oh
because
my
it
God.
sounds cooler.
What's Lucy's husband's name?
Desi Arnaz.
Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah,
Ricky
Ricky.
Ricardo.
So he just made it like the American, like
Lucy.
his Americanized son, Richard Ricardo. Hey, it's Dick Ricardo over here.
Dicky Ricardo? Dicky Ricardo? I'm just gonna picture it's Desi Arnaz because I don't know who this Star Trek guy is.
So they mostly, like I said, they mostly talk in like American media, and then like as they meet him, the first thing he says is, "What's up, Doc?" And then he goes like, when he tries to like get him to understand, his name's Nick. When they do finally understand, he starts to go into me Tarzan, and he starts making the Tarzan noise. So I thought that was fun. But then Wok and Nick's father shows up again, played by whatever TJ's name,
Robert
Richard,
Picardo.
not Ricardo. Yeah. Shows up and he has a bigger and cooler spaceship, and he like scolds his kids for stealing the ride, and they send the kids home, and then they give him like a dream amulet and says that it's like this will make your wildest dreams come true or something like that. So when they get home, they crash in the lake, and then they're really really sad until our main character Hawk he dreams another like spaceship, and then like the kid turns it into another like better blue ball with the amulet.
So this movie is just about like a euphemism for kids discovering drugs and drug dealers.
No, I didn't get that at all, but it could be. But no, I did not get
Like
that
Robert
at all,
Picardo's the drug
whatsoever.
dealer. Like, hey, anytime you need some, here's some good stuff. Try that out. You want some more? Come back to see me.
No,
I'll send you to
not at all.
space. What's up,
Nope.
Doc? And that's them like getting high and just watching TV.
TJ had a fucked up childhood.
Yeah, that's weird. Not at all.
Why is he taking it this way?
I do have one piece of trivia that doesn't show up later. It's the lead singer of a band called the Runaways, called Sherry Curry, was
Oh,
apparently
the one with
supposed to
Joan
be the hot
Jett?
chick in
That's
this movie.
Joan Jett's band?
If they're the Runaways, yeah.
Yeah.
All I googled
Yeah.
was her. Yeah, she apparently was too fucked up on drugs to make the meeting with Joe Dante, so she never got the part.
Well, it's funny because she's
And
like the least popular of the three.
So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
The other
Who is
two were
pretty funny.
famous.
Who was the other one? I can't even remember right now.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay, fine.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's Kristen Stewart, Joan Jett, and that woman.
Well, that was my film that TJ hated, called Explorers.
Wait, what? That's it?
Did he hate it?
Yeah, that's it. They were done. They're back on Earth.
Wait, so they
They're
went
done.
on a
They're
little
done.
trip, and then they got scolded by a dad and sent back to Earth? Like, was there any conflict?
Yeah, basically.
Was there a bad guy?
No.
No.
Wait, what?
Well, that comes during my horizon shift.
Okay, fine.
No. But wait, it doesn't answer your question. The answer is still no. The reason it comes on my horizon shift.
Okay, fine. Do we need
We're
a break
so
or
pouty this episode. I
Hold
don't
on,
need a
hold
break.
on. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the Runaways. There
Okay.
were a fuckload of them.
Oh, really?
So Joan Jett's the big one. Then
Yeah.
there was Sandy West, Mickey Steele. This one's cool. Lita Ford,
Oh, yeah, that's the one I was thinking. It was Lita Ford.
Peggy Foster, Sherry Curry, Jackie Fox, Vicky Blue, and Laurie McAllister.
These sounds like Batman's girlfriends.
That's pretty good. But the fucked up thing is, the years active was 1975 to 79.
Oh, they
But
tortured
there was
them
all
women.
these people. Because, yeah, it was only 3, right? Like, that was the thing.
I thought it was Joan Jett, that one that you mentioned that couldn't do the cameo, and Lita Ford.
Oh, Mickey Steele is the chick from the Bengals who did Manic Monday, Walk Like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not Belinda Carlisle?
No.
Belinda Carlisle's the one from Bangles that went on to do Heaven is a Place on Earth, then.
Wait, hold on. Steele joined the band The Bangles in the early 1980s and went on to success with songs as Manic Monday, Walk Like an Egyptian, and Eternal Flame.
But aren't those
That's
actual
Mickey
just
Steele.
Bangles? Those are Bangles songs. They're not her
That's
songs.
who I
They're-
said, The Bangles.
I thought you were saying like she went into a solo career.
No, she joined The Bangles. I literally said it fucking 3 times.
That's where I messed up, because the one from the Bangles who then went on solo is Belinda Carlisle.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
This is the gayest conversation. I might as well look up Dashboard Confessionals wiki.
Yeah. See how many people were in their band for like 1995 to 1999.
Should I really?
Who's,
Now I'm
who's
kind of
next?
curious.
Who's next?
I'm next
Let's hit it.
with a movie from 1994 called Clifford. And
The dog?
The dog?
no,
yeah.
it's not the dog.
Oh,
So it starts
Damn.
with these like fun storyboard.
Hold on.
Yeah.
yeah.
1999 to 2011, 2015
Oh my God.
to present. Fucking Dashboard had way less people in that many years.
Yeah.
Good for Chris Carrabba. He's apparently a good guy to work with.
Chris Carrabba, like Carrabba's Italian Grill?
Yes, he created his father is Carrabba.
Son of Carrabba's.
Yeah, like they give out free breadsticks every time you go to a Dashboard show.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right, go ahead.
So Clifford starts with these fun storybook credits. It's like a picture of Clifford, who's a 10-year-old boy.
Can I
he's
say
on
something
a-
funny? Like,
Yeah.
with Clifford the Big Red Dog, have you seen those memes where they just consider him a kaiju?
No.
And,
sounds
and they
great.
put him up against other kaiju monsters?
Oh,
Is
I gotta look
Clifford
this up.
fighting him?
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Dude, that shit's hilarious. So he's like fighting fucking Rodan and shit. That's it. That's all I had to say. It just
So
reminded me of
10-year-old
that.
boy's on a brontosaurus, and he's like riding it into a medieval battle, and then you like see him in against a mob, and the kids Clifford's holding a Tommy gun, and it's playing this totally typical 90s music. Finally, the credits
Screaming
end.
infidelity.
It's your hair is everywhere. And then we see a creepy old man. It's me on the beach drinking Smirnoff.
With your friend mooning his sister.
Different friend who was on the beach with me. But that same friend was there for the mooning. It gets
Yeah,
it's
I know, I
awkward
know.
when you don't want to name names.
I know who they are. Like, it just,
Yes.
yeah.
He presses the code to go into this facility called Wayward Boysville. It's an orphanage, and the screen says
Hell
that
yeah,
it's
dude.
the year 2050. And
Oh, wow, we're in the future.
yeah. And then the old man gets hit in the head, like he's walking by a building. He gets a hit in the head by a basketball, and then a suitcase, and then a kid jumping out a window. And
Like, all these things hit him repetitively?
yeah, like in a row. Like he gets hit
What
by
the
the basketball, he gets up, he gets hit by the suitcase, he gets up, and then a kid jumps out the window and hits him. And
Like, how does the kid hit him? Like a drop kick?
he drops from a window onto his head.
So he drops an elbow on him.
Yes. And the kid is Ben Savage.
Oh, okay, cool.
And actually, I stayed up till 2 a.m. to watch this to make sure I watched in time for recording tonight. And apparently I
I thought you were
confused
done.
the name. And so I put Corey Savage. I mixed up his first name with his name on Boy Meets World. And like, I'm looking at my notes now and I'm like, I can't believe that I remembered his name from Boy Meets World.
I never watched that.
So I called him Corey
did you know-
Savage.
Did you know Ben Savage
Yeah, I
is
love
like,
Topanga. She was
Dude,
the
I
greatest.
watched like that entire run of that show. I cried when it ended.
never saw it.
Oh.
I was a Wonder Years dude.
Yeah,
Oh, me too.
I liked Fred.
Brother Fred.
I don't remember anything about Wonder Years though. Like,
Wendy, man, or Winnie, whatever
like,
the fuck her
yeah,
name
no.
was.
See, until you said it, I didn't even
Yeah,
remember
I
Wonder
only
Years
just
existed.
vaguely remember the narration and like Fred Savage looking tired.
Yeah, he did look tired.
Yeah.
But with Ben Savage, did you know, like, he's, like, one of the main producers and directors of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
No.
Yeah, like, he's, like, a big part of that shit. Like, he's directed more episodes than anybody else.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I think
Ben
is...
Savage?
Ben
Cool.
Savage, yeah.
Ben? No, Fred.
Nah, it's Ben.
Oh, no, it's got to be Fred.
No, it's Ben.
All right.
Ben
All right.
Savage.
I don't know who
Ben
died. Okay,
Savage.
so the old man fakes a heart attack so that Corey Ben won't run away, because that's what he's thinking of doing.
Corey
And
Ben.
the old man tells Ben Corey the story of when he was 10 years old. And so now we meet
Oh.
him. He's Clifford as a 10-year-old, and he's on an airplane just like being a brat, like annoying the people ahead of him and kicking the seat and stuff. And he has his little dino toy that he calls Stefan. It's his little brontosaurus. And he starts poking his dad with it. His dad is Richard Kind.
Oh,
And
he's so nice.
not in this. Richard Kind just tears into Clifford.
Dude,
Just
hold on.
starts-
Isn't Richard Kind like a big Joe Dante guy too?
Is he?
Like, doesn't he do a lot? I thought so.
I don't know. We're not Googling
thought
right
he-
now, but
I'm not. But
Richard
I thought
Kind
he
is
did.
though he's like in everything anyway. Like,
Yeah. So,
So-
I would just assume he's in Joe Dante's shit also.
Yeah, I'll say yeah, he's a regular for Joe Dante because he's a regular for everybody in the 90s. So
He was on the Norm Macdonald show and he was great.
he's awesome, man.
I love him.
So Richard Kind is great. So Richard Kind with 5 o'clock shadow just starts tearing into Clifford, and Clifford is like they're on a flight to Hawaii, but Clifford wants to
Gross.
stop over in LA because he wants to go to Dino World.
I hope he didn't pants him before he ripped into him.
Oh no, ew.
Dude, I want to go to Dino World.
So yeah, so Clifford's like, "Can we stop in LA?" And Richard Kind is like, "No, this is a flight to Hawaii. Stop it! You're being such a brat. Just being awful to him." And then
Oh.
finally he's like, "Can I go ask the captain if we could stop in LA?" And he's like, "Yeah, get out of my hair, kid." And like, so the kid tries to, like, his mom's next to him, and he tries to like snuggle up to his mom, and his mom's like, "Get out of here." So he walks to the head of
Does
the
anybody care about this kid?
No, he's a total dick. So he's walking to the front of the plane, and he has his arms out, just smacking the backs of the heads of everybody he walks past as he walks down the aisle to the front of the plane. And then
Asshole.
we go back to the old
I
man.
wish this was post 9/11 and the
Oh
kid
yeah,
got
there's so
tackled and
much of
beat
this
up.
where like this is like hardcore pre 9/11. So we go back to the old man for no reason, and like they're trying to do like a Princess Bride thing or something. I didn't get it. So next we I missed 2
Yeah.
lines in my notes. I was like, where am I? So he gets to the cabin before we go back to the old man, which is irrelevant. He gets to the cabin and he asks the captain to land in Los Angeles. And the captain's like, well, no, we could only do that if it's an emergency. So then he says Stefan, his dinosaur, clicks all these buttons in the cockpit and like screws up the engine and blows one of the engines, so they have to land in LA. And then we go to the old man. Next we meet Charles Grodin and Mary Steenburgen. And they're a couple.
Oh,
Charles Grodin's an architect, and she's a teacher. And
is it really her from that?
Mary Steenburgen?
Yeah, like your dumb movie that you did.
Oh, from the Turkey Hollow.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a repeat appearance on the show of Mary Steenburgen.
Same name?
Yes.
What?
Same woman. What are you talking about, same name?
No, I meant same name. Like in the movie, her name is the same fucking thing.
No, yeah,
Like,
it's the
this
same
is a
character
fucking-
20 years earlier.
A sequel to her dumb fucking turkey movie.
No.
Okay, that's
Where
what
are
I'm
we
asking. I
going?
don't know.
So Charles Grodin has bought a house, and he's excited to show it to her, but it's a 1-bedroom house, and they want to get married, but she wants
What?
to have kids. And
Who makes a 1-bedroom house?
right?
Yeah, this guy's
And he's
retarded.
like
I'm on her side completely.
He's a rich architect working on a public transport monorail for Los Angeles. So he's said to be super rich, and he gets a 1-bedroom house. Then he goes
Is it a
into
really big
full
bedroom?
like Charles Grodin dumb face mode, which was fun to see because I like Charles Grodin.
I don't know who that is. I keep thinking of Josh
Yep.
Groban.
Beethoven.
Oh yeah, that guy's cool.
And
He
you
is
know
cool.
what? Charles Grodin was
He
in your
pops.
favorite movie, My Fellow Americans.
I like Americans.
Wait, who was he? The old dude?
No, he
The
was
other president?
some guy. No, he was some guy who like worked in the White House. Who I think. See, I haven't seen that movie in so long, but I think he helped
The last time I watched it was with you.
I think he helped Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau out while they were on the run against the new president, who was like the bad guy.
Oh, so he was like the security dude, right?
yeah,
okay.
like he had a meeting with them, like in the White House kitchen or some shit. Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
So Charles Grodin, but
My
also
favorite
he's the dad in
movie.
Beethoven. So he basically plays the same character in this movie.
Oh, the big ass dog.
Yeah, the big ass dog.
Yeah.
Not
big-ass
not the
non-red
biopic where they call him Beatty or Ludi. They call him Ludi. Ludi.
Ludi. Ludi. And they carry him away on their fucking shoulders.
Shit. So next we're back at an airport and
Somebody's breaking
Somebody's
shit.
beating the shit out of that stupid kid, I hope.
Clifford's not allowed back on the plane, and Richard Kind has full on murder face because they been kicked off the flight, and he starts tearing into Clifford again, and some woman
Hell yeah.
like starts like saying, "Hey, be kinder to your kid, Richard Kind," and he's
I get it.
he's like, "Shut up, Mrs. Extra Wide Load,and makes a bunch of fat jokes against her.
Whoa.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So he went all Bloomberg on her. Dude, that's my favorite
Since
thing.
I don't know who Richard Kind is, I'm gonna imagine him as Mike Bloomberg.
All right,
from now on.
yeah, fine, yeah.
He called women fat broads and fucking
Yeah.
horse face
And
fucking
Miss Extra
lesbians.
Wide Load.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love him.
So he calls up his estranged brother, Charles Grodin, and this mutually agreeable arrangement is that he will drop Clifford off with his uncle who doesn't know, so that Richard Kind can get back to Hawaii because he's got to be there because he's given a speech or something. And Charles Grodin can prove to his girl that he likes kids. So everybody's happy with this.
Ew.
And when he goes to pick up
That's
Clifford,
illegal.
Clifford has this sign above him that says, like, "Hello, my favorite uncle, I love you." And he's pretending to be
Aw.
asleep, and Charles Grodin goes to wake him, and he wakes up and goes, "Don't reject me!" And, oh, by the way, I don't want to forget that Clifford is dressed in, like, a schoolboy coat and tie the whole time.
Hell
The
yeah.
entire movie, like that, like, you know, like board schoolboy uniform, coat and tie. Very formal, the whole movie.
I hope he's also River Phoenix. Did he die yet, or was he still alive in '94?
I don't know,
I think
but
that may be the year he died.
he was in Indiana Jones in '89. He would have been a little old for this by '94 to be a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So next they're driving home, and like there's a scene where a bunch of people are missing stuff from the baggage claim, and then we cut to Charles Grodin in his car, and Clifford has all this stuff, which includes a mountain bike, a stereo, and a dog. And because it's the '90s, the dog
big
cool
red
things.
dog.
the dog leaves the movie by chasing a cat in a completely like useless scene. And so Clifford, while Charles Grodin is trying to chase the dog, reliving his Beethoven days, Clifford walks into they're at Mary Steenburgen's house, and so he walks into her bathroom while she's taking a shower, and he uses little dinosaur Stefan to peek in, and they have this finally, like, she freaks out, but then Charles Grodin, I'll call him Grody and I'll call her Steenie for short from now on. So Grody introduces Clifford to Steenie, and he gets these like almost
Wolfie
like,
approves.
Clifford is like obsessed with Steenie and gets these like predatory eyes, like predatory lovey-dovey eyes towards her. It's really like really creepy.
Isn't he a child though?
Yeah, it's really creepy. And he's like, "That's a lovely bathrobe
Okay.
you're wearing." And he just keeps staring at her. And then they leave. They go back to Grody's house.
River Phoenix is a good actor.
And Clifford is watching National Geographic boobs, which they actually show. And I was like, well, that's, it's PG-94, but they're still showing the Nat Geo boobs. Okay. And it's time for good night, and Clifford goes for the good night kiss, and Grody just gives him a handshake. Clifford says he wants to marry Steenie, and he's just like, okay.
I want tongue. Oh.
And then the next scene, they all meet Grody's boss for whatever reason, and they had been saying bad stuff about him. So Clifford's like, "That's the bestest wig I've ever seen," and the boss is like, "It's not a wig," and that's that scene. There's a lot of scenes that just kind of go nowhere in this movie. I probably could have cut my notes to 2 pages instead of 3 if I'd cut those.
I think 90s comedies were like 50% that.
Yeah,
so
just
I
like
think
jokes that
that
don't
makes
land,
sense.
and like they just keep trying.
Yeah.
Like this
And-
podcast.
What the boss tells him basically is that I'm gonna drink to that. Drink my
I didn't think you caught it. I
screaming
got sad.
infidelities.
Hell yeah.
So the point of that scene is that Grody, has to redo his entire project of the monorail of all of Los Angeles in 2 days. And now, so because of that, he can't take Clifford to Dino World like he promised. So he's driving home, and Grody and Clifford get in a fight over the steering wheel because they're not going to Dino World. So then Clifford starts yelling, "I need chocolate! I need chocolate! I need chocolate!" So Grody pulls into a gas station, and there's this family in a van next to them that parks, and they're all talking about how they're going to Dino World, and a kid gets out even in a dinosaur costume. So Clifford follows him, and Grody goes into the convenience store to get chocolate, and the attendant says there's no chocolate, which is like, what? No chocolate in the whole store. So he gets in a fight with him. Then he gets back, and there's the kid in the dino costume in the van, and immediately Grody realizes that Clifford switched, and so he goes to the bathroom, and he sees the other kid there, and basically Clifford paid this kid off for the dino costume. So he runs back to the van, and he's getting Clifford out in the dino costume. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
You're hanging on
kind
every
of.
word of the story. So he pulls Clifford in the dino costume out of this van, and the woman's like, "What are you doing to my son?" He's like, "That's not your son, that's my nephew." And he throws the mask off, and he's like, "Well, where's my son?" And Grody says, "Last I saw him, he was counting the money he was given in the men's room." And the woman freaks
shit.
out at that.
Is there a fucking glory hole in there? What's going on?
So that was probably the best line of the movie. It's actually even in the trailer. And
Wait, you watched the trailer first?
yeah, I
It was
watched
pretty fucking
I
funny.
watched a few trailers beforehand because I was between this
Do you
movie.
do
Oh, I thought you meant you watched like 3 trailers for this movie.
No. I had to watch trailers
The teaser ads,
because
the
I was
fucking
between this
Super Bowl
movie
ad.
and a movie called Munchies.
Oh, Munchies! I want to watch that.
Or no, maybe not Munchies. It was like a sequel to Munchies, where there was only one Munchie, and it was voiced by Dom DeLuise, and it looked fucking frightening. But this one, the trailer sold me more.
Munchies is a movie that's been on my list for a very long time.
I had no idea about them, so it's not Munchies because that came out in the 80s. This one also came out like in the early 90s, and it was like one Munchie, and it was voiced by Dom DeLuise, and he like becomes best friends with a kid. And then I think there was one more in this universe, this Munchie cinematic universe.
Well, I think the Munchie thing was like an offshoot of Full Moon.
Yes,
could
no,
be
yes,
wrong
you're
about
right,
that,
it
but
was. I remember seeing that too,
Yeah.
but that's almost what sold me. I was like, this is weird, a Full Moon Kids movie.
Well, they did a couple of them. Like, they did one in '94 called Pre-Hysteria with, like, fucking, I think, no,
I know it because that was
tiny dinosaurs.
that
and
was
shit,
one
right?
I saw as a kid, and I almost like brought it to the show. But like this and Munchie I trumped it, so I didn't make the trailer running. Also because like
Okay.
I knew I'd seen it as a kid, and yeah. But it's weird with
Pre-Hysteria is one that I want to watch too.
the Munchies are like, yeah, it's a kids thing, but they look like full moon puppets from their horror movies.
Well, on the cover, I remember it's a Munchie looking up a girl's dress.
They look like ghoulies, dude.
Yeah.
That's like just like a ghoulie, but just a little chubbier. Becomes a kid's best friend. It's like,
Well,
this is just terrifying. And then you have
and they
it
just
voiced
kinda,
by
like,
Dom
put fur on
DeLuise. Maybe I should have done that movie for this. Anyway, the next scene is Grody calling Clifford bad boy. And Clifford is grounded. And he's pissed. He starts crying to Stefan. And next, Steenie calls Grody. And she reminds him he has to go to her parents' anniversary dinner. And she says, I can't wait for my parents to meet Clifford. As if, like, the 45 minutes she's had with Clifford, like, means anything to her and her parents. And meanwhile, like, Clifford creates, like, is splicing a tape of Grody. And since we already know where it's going, I'll reveal now, basically, he's making this tape of Grody saying, hi, this is his character's name, I forget. So this is Charles Grodin. I've got a bomb in City Hall. So you know this.
What the fuck?
So you know that's coming up, and this is the type of kid Clifford is.
This kid's a piece of shit.
He's like just really, like, really bad Dennis the Menace.
I was gonna say, like, is this Problem Child 3? Like, where he goes, like, Muslim extremist, like, blowing up shit? Like, what the fuck?
I hope that's the end of the movie. It becomes him just praying to Allah.
I want to go to the promised
Well,
land. This one's for the Islamic State.
Oh my god.
Imagine if one of the Problem Child movies ended in Allahu Akbar.
Oh my god.
That's all, and then fucking credits.
And then there's like a little cartoon like picture of America, and it's slowly turning into Sharia law America all throughout. This is a kids' meal we gotta make.
So at this party, I'll skip some of the other bullshit at the party.
I want to get to Dino World.
We're getting
The
there.
Dino
We're
World
getting
sounds
there.
cool,
Okay,
man.
let me hustle up. So
No. I'm
Clifford
excited for Dino World.
Clifford
is all.
switches Grody's Bloody Mary with an all Tabasco drink. So he just pours hot sauce
With
in
an
there.
all Smirnoff drink.
Yeah, oh, your hair is Grody. So then when Grody goes to make a toast to the parents on their anniversary, he drinks straight hot sauce and he freaks out.
Oh, fuck you.
We didn't need this.
I kind of did.
I see, but
Oddly
Angus,
enough,
I'm glad
that's-
Angus is on my side now. I want him over. Can you feel the
I'm
sand
so
between
in.
your toes, buddy?
I love it. I'm so in. They look so cool,
See,
too.
yes!
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Shit rules,
This
dude.
is totally a song to get drunk with your guy friends and scream on the beach.
Oh, hell yeah.
Better not win him the week, goddammit. Alright, that's enough. We're getting to Dino World, goddammit.
All right. So then they start fighting, and they go back in the kitchen, and Clifford was like, "Oh, you were like this," and he reenacts the entire moment. And he goes, "What a goof!" And so Grody attacks him with loaves of bread and starts hitting him. And then Steenie walks in, and Grody acts like he's giving baseball tips. He's like, "Yeah, you gotta pinch up on the bat, and you swing just like this, Clifford." And so she's just like, reprimands Grody for being an ass. Now they're at the actual dinner, and
So is there like weird sexual tension between the 10-year-old and the girl this whole time?
only
or no?
because he gives her predatory eyes whenever she's around, but she's not into him as she shouldn't be. But like he,
Well, I don't know. She wants to take him to his parents,
Yeah,
so maybe she is into
he
him.
totally overdoes it. Like the creep factor on his lovey-dovey stares is fucking 100. I burped. 100. That was disgusting. It tasted weird. It tasted like Coors Light.
Oh, dude, nothing bad.
Overpowers
tastes
the
like
wine.
Coors Light.
It did. It's weird. I'm drinking wine and I'm burping Coors Light. So
That sounds
oh,
awesome
and there's
to
this
me.
totally weird subplot where like Grody's upset because the boss is trying to bang Steenie, and that comes to nothing. But that's in there. So during the dinner, Clifford switches Grody's chapstick with lipstick. And so, like, after the dinner,
that
he
scam.
goes to put on his chapstick, but he puts lipstick on instead. And actually, the moment I laughed hardest at was he just sits there and, like, casually puts on lipstick, and he's just sitting there, like, as part of the dinner. And there's this guy across the table looks at him, and he sees the guy looking at him, so he stares back, and the guy just goes, "Hi."
Hell yeah.
Like, it was just,
I knew there was gonna be like a gay dude into
yes,
it.
but it was like
As soon
so
as you started
well
talking about it, I
done
was
because
like,
you have
oh,
Charles
yeah.
Grodin with just this awkward lipstick on. The guy's just like, "Hi." Like, it was so great. And then like everyone starts laughing at him and he's like really upset. And he goes into the bathroom to see it. He gets angry. And then the cops show up and arrest him for that there's a bomb in City Hall tape. And then there's he's at the police station. Another actually funny moment was like they're doing like the typical cop thing where he's under really harsh lights. And he's like, why do you have me under these harsh lights? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just the only light we have. I can turn it off. And he turns it off, and the room goes completely dark. And Charles goes like, what?
He's setting the
He's
mood.
like, well, now I can't see anything. And it was funnier when
I
he
get
says it. But yeah,
That's pretty funny.
it was actually funny in the movie. I can't sell it.
No, you did. You explained it fucking hilariously.
So next day, Clifford's having breakfast with Steenie.
You're
Clifford's
too hard on yourself.
eating peanut butter.
Yo, we have to pat him on the. No, it's fine.
You guys
I
are
liked
the funny
it.
ones.
It was
I'm not the
funny,
funny
David.
one.
I don't
No,
know.
I thought it was
Oh,
good.
now it's all ruined. Everyone who laughed a minute ago is just like, nope, I'm over it. TJ fucked it up by second guessing himself and
You kind of did. I'm not gonna lie, you did.
I am absolutely profuse in sweat right now. I hate having the fan off.
Okay, so
Dude,
Anyway, keep
right?
going.
I'm almost done. I got one more page.
No, this ain't gonna
So-
help.
Yeah, I still gotta go.
Clifford's
Yeah.
having breakfast. His breakfast is peanut butter, oatmeal, milk, sugar, and Pepsi.
Jesus Christ.
Grody comes home and he makes up some shit to Steenie about like how it was a prank by his friends and he got off, but he didn't. He got in a lot of trouble. Steenie goes on an overnight trip to San Francisco with the boss. And Grody starts threatening to send Clifford back to his parents, and Clifford doesn't want to go, and he lies about stuff his dad says, and then they start fighting, and Clifford is like, Dino World is the only place a boy like me can be happy. And Grody ends up taking Stefan away, and they make a deal.
For some reason, I thought he was going to do steroids.
No, they make a deal, and then Clifford literally just stares at him weird. And he's like, "Why are you looking at me weird?" And Clifford just keeps making these weird ass faces, and that's a scene in this movie. And Grody demands a confession for the bomb, but Clifford
A dashboard confession.
yes, he demands a dashboard confessional. I'm so annoyed when you play it though because you're not right at the your hair is
Because I don't know where to.
You don't start
But did
right
you
there. That's where I want to hear it.
I don't fucking know the song, dude, and I don't want to get kicked off iTunes.
48 seconds.
48?
I don't know. Play 48, see if it's right.
That's all 48 is just guitar.
Okay, well, I was wrong. Okay, that's enough. Fair use.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know what's
contact
going
this guy and see if we get a shout out. He could maybe give us 5
You're gonna
seconds.
contact
of time and maybe
Dashboard
say something nice
Confessionals?
for- yeah. Like, hey, bro, we really love you on our pod, man. Give us a little shout out.
He can't stop.
Dude, did you guys see the picture I sent you of me just looking at
Yes,
his beautiful
yes, I
face?
did.
No, I did not see the picture. I guess I gotta
Dude,
go
his
in the
hair
chat.
is wonderful.
He actually looks like that white supremacist Paul Thomas something or another. You know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
We're not up to date on our white supremacists, Mike.
I thought you were.
Yeah, I don't follow any of them on Twitter. Sorry, bro.
I haven't been to a meeting lately. I'm sorry.
No, he follows their Twitter. It's like pictures of them, like with their Starbucks, their lattes.
Well, I meant it in a negative light. It's not like I was praising
White
the guy. I was just
supremacists on
saying who
Instagram
he is.
putting out basic bitch posts.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
So Clifford says he's going to run away to San Francisco to find Steenie, and he even leaves a note on a fake
Hang out with all the white
milk carton.
supremacists.
But it's a trick to get Grody on the train to go to San Francisco. And Grody sees it while he's on the train. He's like, oh, damn it. And then Clifford runs through the train station just dancing and singing Dashboard Confessional, screaming infidelities.
Does he?
Yes.
Stop it.
It's everywhere. Giving infidelity.
It's slower than I remembered.
It's very slow.
Yeah. So later,
How the fuck were you guys singing it?
later, Clifford throws a party at Grody's house. Grody catches up with Steenie, and they get in a huge fight because she's like, "Why the fuck are you checking in on me in San Francisco with our boss, who is handsy?" And during this fight, Grody says, "Clifford will be happy if you give him a bunch of sugar and a book about Hitler." And then,
So Mike.
well, and then a minute later, he mixes up the names, and instead of saying Clifford, he says Hitler. And then Steenie starts calling him phony.
Imagine Hitler the big red dog.
Fighting Rodan.
That would have made the world such a better place. Yeah, if Hitler just fought a bunch of Kaiju instead of Jews and Polacks.
I was like, Mike, you gotta close that loop real fast. That would make the world such a better place.
I did a good job.
You really did. But
Thank you.
I couldn't breathe for a second.
Wait, hang on a second. Like, even if I was a white supremacist, I wouldn't like Hitler. I'm Polish. That doesn't even make sense. Come on.
You spent the first half of your movie bashing Germans.
You did.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fuck those people.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Oh, jeez, where was
Oh,
I?
I didn't know you were German.
Oh, because it's in the 90s, we had to have another random gay joke. So Steenie starts calling Gordy, or Grody.
Chris Caraba.
Gordy.
Starts calling Grody a phony, and she says,
Morty.
"I can spot a phony from a mile away." And then randomly a drag queen shows up and says, "Hey, have you seen my dog?" And they're like, "No." And he walks away. Like,
How is
That's kinda-
that a joke? I don't get it.
yeah, it was awful. Yeah. So Clifford's at this party, and he's dancing with college kids. And then, of course, now we cut back to San Francisco, and obviously the boss comes on to Steenie, so she rips off his wig and
Bruce
throws it out. I should have just been saying Feeny, so you mixed her up with Mr. Feeny from Boy Meets World. I think Charles Grodin is in a relationship with Mr. Feeny.
Josh Groban.
So Grody comes home, and now he's completely pissed and out of his mind. He's gone the rest of the movie, and it's awesome. I loved it. He just goes crazy. And Clifford is tied up. I guess he tied himself up. I don't know what's going on, but then he says, "They tried to touch my no special place."
Jesus.
And so Grody keeps him tied up and then boards up the house so he can't get out. But Steenie comes over and undoes it and takes Clifford away. And then Grody just goes completely crazy. But he has to do his presentation. Now his 2 days are up. So he goes to do his presentation at work. And he has this big model of his design for the public transit for Los Angeles. And when he goes to put in his tape to demonstrate, the whole thing blows up. And he gets fired. And now Grody goes home. And Clifford is just there playing a recorder. And Grody grabs him and he's like, "Fine, I'll take you to Dino World." And he can get in the back because he helped design Dino World.
Oh, they're finally going?
Yeah, they're finally at Dino World. And he puts Clifford on a ride.
yeah.
This ride is kind of like Splash Mountain mixed with Space Mountain mixed with like the Universal Studios Jurassic Park ride. So it's got like goofy animatronics, fast parts, and giant dinosaurs.
Hold on.
Oh.
When I was at I was like 12 and at Disney World, like
What's the Dino World?
no Disney World, and I was in line for Space Mountain, and since it was so dark
Against you?
inside, and I didn't know how the thing goes because I can't do a roller coaster that goes upside down. Like to this day, I won't do it. Like I just started
Like you're
crying
allergic? You get
hysterically. Huh? No, like I can't do it. Like it scares me. So like I just started crying so badly.
I want to see you cry now on the roller coaster.
in the line, and yeah, like I think I would still cry like if I didn't know. Because I went to Busch Gardens and I went on like a roller coaster and like it fucking flipped upside down, and the entire time I was just like, "You fucking lied to me! You lied!" Like while we were fucking going upside down.
I guess I can't
That
laugh.
shit's terrifying.
I cried on the old Alien Encounter ride when I was 11.
Dude, Alien Encounter was my favorite fucking thing there.
When it licked my hair, I totally cried.
I love that ride. Like, that thing was fucking awesome. I bought a keychain for it. I was so excited.
Yeah, I was sad when it went away, but I was like, that makes sense, because that was like, for kids, that's piss your pants fucking scary, that ride.
But the funny thing is, like, I love that one, but then the fucking Space Mountain and shit and Splash Mountain fucking made me cry. Both
Splash
of them.
Mountain? It doesn't even go upside down, bro.
It goes down really fast and at an angle. It's scary.
Zippity-doo-dah.
I hate heights, dude. I hate heights. I can handle aliens licking me. I can't handle heights.
Well, we get to see most of this Dino World ride, which I thought was pretty cool, even if it looked cheap for, like, a movie finale.
Did they go upside down?
Yes.
Oh, fuck that noise. I'm out.
I think he's gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm already tearing up.
What's going on is that Grody is putting Clifford through the ride, but every time he goes through, he has to go faster. So, like, this is his form of torture for Clifford. But Clifford's not quite getting tortured because he's having a blast. But on one of the go-arounds, Clifford's like, "How many years do you think you'll get for kidnapping me?" And Grody just goes, "Life." So he goes on the ride over and over and over. Grody is high-octane crazy by now. And then, of course, the ride goes completely haywire, and this giant T-Rex, like, crashes down, and Clifford's hanging over it, about to die, chomped by this animatronic T-Rex, and Grody's there, like, standing over him.
If Hitler came and fought it, he beat up the T-Rex.
As a big red dog, yeah. And so then Clifford is like, "Save me!" And this was another great line from Charles Grodin. He's just like, "I'm thinking it over." And, of course, then he saves him, and Clifford starts saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And Grody's like, "Sorry? Sorry is a human emotion. You're not a human boy." And that's one thing he'd been saying a lot. He's like, "You're not a boy. Like, you're a monster," or whatever. And then he's like, "Everyone hates you." And then we go back to the old man, and he talks about how, he sent 287 letters asking for forgiveness, and none of them were replied to. But then finally, Charles Grodin asked him to be his ring bearer at his marriage to Steenie. And Charles Grodin...
Does he still want to bang her?
Charles Grodin even kissed Clifford on the cheek. And that's the end of Clifford.
The big red dog.
Yes.
Big red Hitler.
Yes.
Hitler in the sky.
Alright, I'm back.
So I put it in the air fryer for like 5 minutes and fucking ate it with some Ritz crackers. Holy shit,
That's
that was
awesome.
good. Yeah, that was my dinner for tonight until I'm done with the show. And then I'll make real dinner in the air fryer.
I was telling Angus, I don't know if you heard. Did you hear what we were saying or no?
No.
Well, yeah, I'm going to this like all you can eat sushi place, but then I got coconut shrimp, and then like they were using a new bather, and so that she asked me like what I thought of it, and I told her that it was much better than the other times, and she thanked me like very profusely, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta stop coming here. They know me so much. They're asking my food opinion. I was like that's it. I can't come here anymore.
Oh, that's the place right down the road from you, right? Where it's like...
Yeah, right next to...
You could get a huge platter of sushi for like $40.
Oh, no, $20.
To go?
$20, and it's all you can eat.
They have really good sushi there.
Yeah.
I'm not a sushi guy, but do they have like just regular like Asian food and shit?
Not really. They have like Mongolian beef and like...
Okay, I'd fuck with that.
Yeah, things like that. Plus they have like pretty good Americanized sushi, I would call it, with like fried stuff in it. That's still pretty good. So
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Dude, there's a place like right down the road from me where like they have that little grill on the table.
Oh,
and you just
cool.
take those little slivers of meat and just like whatever you want for like $30, and like you can get fucking tongue, all that shit. Like I've never tried tongue before until this.
Dude, tongue
fucking
tacos
awesome.
are amazing. Yeah,
it's so good.
Tongue tacos. Yeah. I've never had tongue either.
It's good, man.
Like beef tongue?
Yeah.
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 It's way bigger than you thought it would, or at least me. I thought it would be kind of small, but it's
Yeah,
a
me
huge
too,
fucking
dude.
thing,
It's
man.
Bigger than I
fucking
thought it would
nice
be.
chunk.
Yeah,
Shit's good.
it goes way back in their mouths. All right, let's roll.
All right, hold on.
Angus watched a movie too.
I did. Give me
I'm excited for yours.
Yeah, me
give me
too.
1 second.
Not to slight Mike, but I'm just excited for the episode, and now my excitement is reaching a peak, and I'll probably crash out by the time we're doing selling points.
All right. Well, I'm pouring a beer first before I get into this, so give me a second.
Oh my god, that's not a beer. You lied to us.
Yeah! What's awesome is that for once I started something and one of you two took it too far. That literally has never happened before.
That's a good point.
Oh, it's so dumb. All right, so the movie that I watched. Hold on, I'm full of snot. Oh shit. I watched
Your snot is everywhere.
Sneezing
Oh my
infidelity.
I honest to God did not expect this. I was just
We can't put this episode up on YouTube now.
Were we ever like? Who gives a shit? All right.
Months late, but we do. Follow us and subscribe on YouTube. If we get 100 subscribers, we can finally have a unique URL.
Oh
Is
god.
that true? How many do we have?
You have to have 100. Like 20.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
When can we actually start getting ad money?
Like 1,000?
God damn.
100,000?
Fucking tell your friends, people. Come on, we need ad money.
Yeah, go ahead. Listen to the podcast on YouTube.
We can't do this shit for free forever.
We have a couple funny videos up there too. If we had more reaction,
Oh my god.
we would make more. We have these videos of Mike reacting to different things that I think those videos
I think
are
we
really
should just
funny.
pretend we're making more
They're
and
short,
more money every
30-second
episode.
clips.
I think by this time next year, we should pretend we're making like $10,000 each.
Oh yeah, these people
Fake
are
it till
lining
fake
up.
it till you make it.
And
Thank you.
don't forget to sign up for our Patreon, starting at $10 a month.
Oh damn, we're
You'll
going
have
high
early
on
access
it.
to all our Silk Stockings episodes.
All right, let's save this till the end of the episode. Come on, I want to hear Angus's movie.
All right.
No, they put ads in the middle of the episodes,
Oh yeah, those are
especially
pre-recorded
when you
usually.
got
Yeah.
sponsored.
Yeah, that's when you're monsters like us.
Well, now a word from our sponsors. Hey guys,
Blue Chew.
I know you.
Oh
those
my
of you
god, I
80s
listen to enough
kids
pods every day. I
grew
can't
up
hear this again.
rocking to this music, and I just wanted to stop and tell you there's a new album from your favorite
You can-
Dashboard Confessionals.
Oh, TJ doesn't listen to the podcast. Oh, I'm hanging up. That's it.
Out now, Dashboard Confessionals' greatest hits. We're rocking it at 16-ounce cinema. You can order it now at dashboardconfessionals.com. And if you use promo code 16ounce, you'll get 10% off. Okay. It's out of my system now. I can't go further after that bullshit. It's got to be done. It has got to
All right,
be done.
I'm gonna exit out of the video. I
Yes.
promise.
Hands up. Hands where I can see them off the keyboards.
Doesn't mean I won't put another dashboard song in here.
Alexa, play Dashboard Confessionals.
Wait, what did you say?
Statement
Did you say
Infidelity.
hands up? You know, Dashboard has a song called Hands Down. All right, so the movie I watched was
Mike, help me out. Mike went silent. He's like, I can't fight this.
the movie I watched is a movie I watched on Disney Plus.
All right, it's sponsored by Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Disney is
Everywhere
everywhere.
it's
Stream it on any device.
I like that. I fucking like that a lot. All right, fuck me. Let me get into this. All right, so I watched a movie from 2000 called Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire.
Oh, okay.
You know what's funny is when I typed this, I said, Mom's got a date for with a vampire.
Oh wait, I have something to say about Munchies. If TJ had picked Munchies,
Yeah.
If TJ had picked Munchies, it would have had Robert Picardo in it, which would have been great. All right, that's all I had to say.
really?
Why are you Googling?
All I had to say, because I was waiting for you to get back after we peed.
So you were silent? You were like, I'm not into this whole
when I was
screaming
silent,
and
I was just
throwing
furiously angry looking at the sky. I was like, please let this end, God.
I hope when we mix it together, because I didn't hear it now, but I hope when we mix it together, your track just had you going, or my classic.
So your track.
Yeah, or the TJ's catchphrase. How much longer is this?
Oh, you haven't said that in a while. I've been proud of you.
No.
I like that Mike was waiting to scream Ricardo. What the fuck is the dude's name? I keep wanting to say Ricky Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo. If you ever meet him at a con, you should call him that.
Lucy! You got to stop playing these dashboard confessionals. That's not how he
This
talks
is
at all.
German. Alright. Fuck
German?
Mom's got a date.
Nine!
Mom's got a date with a vampire, and it gets sexy.
Yeah.
With a German.
On
All
Disney
right.
Plus. All right.
So we begin with a horse and a buggy, and there's like this old castle and shit, right?
Yeah, that's
And
where
then this-
vampires live.
Yeah, they do. They certainly do.
Mm-hmm.
So this vampire pops out of the buggy with this chick. And he's like, oh yeah, this chick is all mine. I got her mind washed. Her fucking boyfriend pops up and he's just
Aw.
like fucking cock blocking this fucking vampire. Count Kadaki or something. I don't remember his fucking name.
Count Kadaki.
Count
Carabas.
Gaddafi.
Count Carabas.
Kabuki Man counts. All right.
So, yeah, the boyfriend, he's like being a bitch, right? And being like, hey, don't take my girl. And he breaks the spell. And him and the fucking vampire start fighting. All of a sudden, there's a phone ringing.
I thought you were going to say kissing.
Dude, yeah,
Not on
he
Disney
was just
Plus.
jealous. He just wanted to make out with the vampire. All right, so a phone's ringing. It turns out this kid is watching a movie on TV. His older sister is on the phone. Like, she picks up the phone. And then the kid starts repeating the movie to her. Like, oh, you blah, I'm going to bite you.
I'm going to kiss you.
I'm going to kiss you in the neck.
You're so sultry.
All right. You're so salty.
I stuttered because my mic fell on me, but I said, you're so sultry.
Dude, one of the things I hated that was like big last year, I don't know if it still is, but when people on the internet would call each other salty.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That shit's gay.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right. So the sister's on the phone.
You're salty about people calling each other salty.
Oh, fuck you.
That's awesome.
I will kiss your neck if you ever say that again.
Kiss my belly, bro.
Nah, I'm going neck this time, baby.
The
All right.
old headphones I had to use are now at 10% battery, so we might have a problem going forward.
Oh shit! I'll go quick.
No, that won't help. You talk. I'll try to figure this out while you talk.
You're the main
Okay,
line,
bye, Mike.
buddy.
Oh, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna be right. I have everything I need right here. I think I got this.
Well, now you're just wasting time.
shit.
All right. So there's a little kid behind the couch, and he's scared. So Caroline Ray comes home and says they are not allowed to watch PG movies until they do their homework. And I don't know if you guys remember Caroline Ray.
No.
Yeah, she was on Sabrina. the Teenage
Sabrina.
Witch.
She was like the kind of cute, like chubby woman with the blonde hair.
Yeah,
Dude, I
She had that,
fucking
like-
loved her.
she did. She was really, really funny, and she
Yeah.
did have that like cute, chubby mom thing going on about her.
Dude, I think she's what got me into like chubby girls. Like she was so cute.
I could
Loved
see
her.
that. No, I totally could see that. That makes perfect sense.
She rules. Hell yeah. I was looking at pictures of her like recently, and she's still not bad for like 55 and like chubby.
Oh, she's only 55. I would have assumed she's like 10 years older than
Yeah,
that.
like me too. Like I was surprised. Oh, dude, the fucking her husband like back in the day. Do you know what this motherfucker's name was? Like she divorced.
Mr. Ray?
She divorced him since, but listen to this motherfucker's name because I was just looking her up. His name is Constantine.
Ricardo.
No, shut up.
Stop it, Michael!
It's so weird. Konstantinos Christos Valis Koski Economopoulos.
What? That's a Greek fucking name.
That's his full
Yeah, that's
fucking
like
name.
She's married to like 8 Greek guys.
Well, anyways, they're divorced.
You think he was Harry?
Oh, dude, had to be. Dude, that motherfucker was like Harry and the Hendersons type shit. Alright,
Yeah.
so...
You guys hear a fax machine or no?
Yes.
God
I hear
damn
a
it.
fax machine.
I was actually started messing with my phone because I was like, wait, what's that noise?
I was
Alright,
hoping.
it's not as bad as before.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So when
I'll
we-
make it work.
I'll fix it later. I mean, next
So-
time. Sorry.
So
You
to
ain't fixing shit.
explain,
Yeah.
Mike has new headphones, and he first initially called us for this
Oh,
recording.
wait, hang on.
And
They worked
they-
last week and the week before, or the 2 weeks before. These are the same new ones.
They now create such
Yeah.
feedback that it sounds exactly like when Mike called me to start the show. I was like, dude, why are you faxing me? Because that is exactly what it sounded like. I picked up the phone and just like
Dude.
to a fax.
It reminded me of like when you pick up your phone to make a call, but somebody was on your dial-up. So you'd
Well, it
have to
also
hear it.
that's with the fax too. It's like that.
Yeah. But I couldn't put my finger on it.
But it has less of the static and more of the, because I send faxes at work every now and again, and it's like there's
Still?
a weird digital melody to it.
You still send faxes?
Yeah, because they need copies of signed papers, so they need to see that
Yeah,
a
it's
paper
called
was
PDF.
signed every now and again.
I hate PDFs,
Yeah, they don't
to
give
be
us that
honest.
kind of technology. No, they're awesome.
No,
PDFs are great,
rules,
and I
yeah.
wish I could work with PDFs and have an actual scanner and email PDFs, but we don't have that, so we
Yeah,
fax.
you can digitally sign this shit too. It rules.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I
did you?
know,
Yeah,
it's
that's the best.
awesome. My
I
my
love
wife does
digital
all of that
signatures.
for her work, and it's great.
Those are hands down the best.
I feel like we have a 4th robot host now who's singing screaming infidelities out of tune to us with Mike's feedback.
Alright.
I can
Let me-
switch them back in like 7 minutes after I get some charge if you want.
You should.
No, keep it going. I like our 4th robo
right.
host.
I hate
I hope
that
it
it's
picks
me
up
doing
somehow in the recording.
it. Oh, it will.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Our listeners would absolutely love to hear robo host.
Alright, so the kid goes to his room and he has this sick ass room with like a bunch of vampire shit all around, right?
Thick?
Like it's a
He has a thick.
No, sick.
ass
He's
room?
like a
Sick.
Sikh, like
Sick.
one of the religion people. Oh.
no, Sikh.
Sheik?
No.
He has a sheik
They're not called
ass
Sikhs?
room. He lives in a tent full of rugs.
Oh man, I thought they were
He's
Sikhs the
got
whole time.
the chic ass room.
The Iron Sikh.
Oh shit, I didn't even put that together. That's wild.
No, dude. He has like this badass room with a bunch of vampires and shit all around, right? And he's like hanging out on a
Then he goes in and the vampires start kissing him on the belly.
Little raspberries. I
like
can't make
little
the point.
bats are kissing him. All right, but he's on a website. It's a Van Helsing website, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out that Caroline Ray's ex-husband is getting remarried, and the kids are going. They're all a part of it, and all this. And she's like, "Oh, well, it's fine." Blah blah blah. Anyways, now
Okay.
the kid is back at like the
She's a Peanuts parent.
yes, the kid the
That
kid
was
is
pretty
in
fucking
school.
good.
That was pretty good. The kid's in school, and Michael like this Kid Rocks a Party shirt
Yeah, that kid's awesome.
in school.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. His dumb friend is
yeah.
talking to him about the tickets to a band called the Headless Horsemen.
Paradise. And he's got 2 of them.
He's got 2 tickets to Dashboard Confessional.
That's a big L in my book there.
And
I wouldn't be hanging out with those kids in 2001.
it's 2000.
2000. Excuse me.
So the kid's name is Adam, and his teacher, this big fucking nice black woman. She's a pretty big black woman, pretty. She tells him to read a report on his hero, And what he does is he just pulls out the National Enquirer and starts reading a fucking article about Van Helsing. And like that,
I was pretty inspired by the heroism of Batboy in Weekly World News back in the day.
They kind of made a joke about the Batboy thing. Because like she looked at it and was like, oh yeah, this is real, right next to the kid who is raised by bats.
So, they had Batboy in a movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope someone listening remembers Batboy.
Oh, of course. Dude, that's the most famous thing from that. Like, they make t-shirts of Batboy.
Oh, I didn't know there was Batboy t-shirts.
Dude, his fucking digital fucking beeping is fucking my head up.
Did you? Oh, I can't. Michael, I thought you were like remembering some. They had some sort of like recording of Batboy.
Screaming at spaghetti. It's like fucking Sonic Waves.
He was a DJ. Batboy was a DJ, and his digital beeping fucked your head up.
Dude, that's what it sounds like is coming out of Mike's thing right now.
And now the bat's gonna drop.
Let the bat drop. That rules. I love that. Just Sonic Waves throughout the club. Oh fuck, man! I did blow a snot rocket on that one. All right.
Yeah.
You've been snotting all episode, man. You all right? You got the corona? What's going on?
Yeah, it's corona.
The corona.
So they get.
I think Angus does have coronavirus.
Because I drink too much corona.
Okay.
Oh, fuck it now, man. This is gay. All right. So they get backstage passes to the Headless Horseman, and holy shit, the two kids are excited. But the teacher called Caroline Ray to tell her that Adam didn't do the report. He read it from the National Enquirer, so he gets grounded. And then his older sister is laughing at him, so she gets grounded for the weekend also. And she's gonna miss her date with Peter. Like, she's been... What?
Peter North.
Yes, Peter. Oh, God, she's underage. I don't like that.
Oh, never mind.
I love it. Keep going.
It's Peter Gabriel from Fright Night.
Peter Gabriel. Peter.
Right? Or no?
Oh, man. Oh, I hope nobody Googles Peter North if they don't know who he is.
Peter Gabriel is not in Fright Night.
Dude,
not a character in Fright Night. What am I doing?
Dude, that's fucked up that you're the one who made the Peter North joke so quickly. That should have been me or Mike.
That's all the Coors Light, man. That's why the Coors Light is cursed. You start drinking Coors Light, you start making porn jokes.
I think it's the wine. The wine gets you all going.
Oh, that wine gets you randy.
That Locator sweet red blend.
So Adam wants to get a date for his mom, right? So he's like looking in the National Enquirer in the back pages for dudes like looking for like dates, you know? So he emails a dude named Wolfbane. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be at this this grocery store, but pretend like you don't know me," because he's like trying to hook his mom up without her knowing. So he sends the message, and you hear a doo-doo-doo. You have received an email. And not like, you've got mail. That's literally, it was the same voice, but it said that. You have received an email.
That's obnoxious.
So a fucking hand comes out of a coffin to check the email.
You could do that back then. There's no more fun themes on computers.
No.
That died.
It did. Now all you have is, like, your friend having a digital weird sound while you record your podcast.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm getting freaked out because it's just like, you know, this little beeping, it reminds me of the motion sensors in Aliens. Like, there's like a monster just slowly getting closer.
It's just going to get louder and louder the closer it gets to you. Dude, you do that too well. That's freaky.
Well, I've been listening to it for 10 minutes, bro. Yeah, I started repeating my beep. It answered back.
When you did that, it got louder. That's frightening.
It's sentient. It's grown self-aware.
Okay.
Our robo-host.
We're at the supermarket now because they convinced her to go because she didn't make chocolate chip pancakes like she used to. And they guilt-tripped her into getting chocolate chips to make pancakes. So they're in the supermarket. This dude is dressed as Indiana Jones walks in, and it's David Carradine's half-brother. And
David Carradine's half-brother, Robert Carradine?
I believe so. But I know him as
The
David
Revenge of the
Carradine's
Nerds guy?
half-brother. Probably.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't look at his IMDb. I don't give a shit. So, but then they run into this charming British man.
There's like 3 Carradines. There's
It's fucking...
the Revenge of the Nerds guy.
It's David Carradine's half-brother. That's all I'll fucking say, because I didn't write down anymore.
And then there's the guy who was in this movie Wavelength, Mike and I saw.
Yeah, sure, it's that guy. Shut up.
All right, whatever.
So,
We're not allowed to Google.
this charming British man asks her out, and the kid's little... Like, so there's Adam, the older sister, and the little brother. And the little brother is outside, and he sees that charming British man turn into a bat.
Oh.
And he's like, what the fuck?
Forest vampires are the worst.
Yeah. So the backstage pass, that his friend gave it to this older bully, but then Adam promises the older bully a date with his sister with a guaranteed kiss on the lips if he gives him that backstage pass.
That dude's pimping out his sister.
Wow,
Yeah, he is.
Like
He's
we're still selling women in 2000.
Yeah,
That's
he was totally selling his fucking sister.
guaranteeing a kiss on the lips.
Who was already dating a nice man on the phone named... what was his name? God damn it.
David Carradine?
David Carradine. He was hanging himself on fucking texting her jerking off.
This Disney Plus really got some steam going to it. Jeez.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, TJ, sign up. Alright. Adam doesn't believe his little brother that the dude's a vampire. Dimitri is the man's name, the charming British dude. And he won't come into the house until he's invited in.
Oh, that's how you know.
Nobody knows that's weird. Caroline Ray is
But
upstairs.
I mean, like, I kind of followed that same rule with people. I don't go into their houses until I'm invited in.
Yeah, but-
I'm not a vampire.
But you don't look down at the ground and, like, kind of wave your eyes like, huh? Let
Okay,
me
you gonna let
in.
me go?
You gonna let me in? Huh?
I kind of just do that my entire life.
Yeah.
Stare at the ground.
What if your
awkwardly
door
and
had
try
like
not
a
to make
no
eye contact.
vampires sign? Like, because the vampire's still like gonna go in if you have permission, or like does the sign
Oh,
supersede
fuck.
it?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I gotta
I
get
mean-
one just in case. Just
Like,
in
the
case.
welcome mat says no vampire.
No vampires. That's it. Yeah. But then that might just piss off your vampire neighbors. You're like, look at this fucking bigot.
What if you end up on a fucking site like Antifa's at your door because you won't let
Fucking
vampires in
cancel.
your house?
Oh,
Anti-vampire
vampire bigot locator. Antiva.
is a bigot living in your neighborhood. And you see a picture of me with like garlic and a cross. I'm just gonna be on the interviews. Like, I don't like vampires. Okay, I mean, what? I don't care that they're. I just don't want them around me.
They can be in the country. I just don't want them in my house.
Listen, they're sucking all our children. They're whatever they're doing.
They're sucking.
All these Scottish vampires. You know those Scottish vampires are responsible for 9/11.
Oh no, that's true. They are.
Fucking Draculas all over the
Yeah.
country.
It's a callback to our, Scottish Draculas. That's what we
Jesus
said back then. That's a
Christ.
throwback for our vampire episode. You go back and listen to that. That's a great bit.
Episode 11.
Yep.
So Dimitri.
Or 9/11. Because that's the
True.
vampires did it. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, we didn't even put that.
No, the Draculas, the Scottish Draculas.
It's
We
all
didn't say
making
vampires. We called them Draculas.
All right, so Dimitri is the Dracula, and now Caroline Ray is too nervous to go out on a date because she hasn't been on a date since her fucking husband left her. And Dimitri wants to take her in a carriage and wants to do like all this weird fucking vampire shit. But she just wants to go to the Harvest Festival because that's the big thing. But the kids are like, oh no, don't go to the Harvest Festival because that's where they want to go hang out, you know, but they're grounded, so they're not allowed to go.
Oh.
The little brother is trying to call Van Helsing, and Van Helsing is David Carradine's half-brother. So
Oh.
the little brother goes looking for mom because he's scared because he thinks she's out with a fucking Dracula. The Adam and the older sister go and chase him. They find him downtown, and the little kid confronts Dimitri, the Dracula, and Dracula like says like, all right, what if I do the spoon test? The spoon test is a vampire can't put a spoon on his nose. If he does, his fucking head blows up.
What? That's retarded.
What?
That's
retarded. Totally made up.
But
Disney.
even Adam is just like, you know what? There's no fucking vampires. Yeah, the spoon test. So he lets him do it just to make his little brother calm. But then when Adam turns away, he's looking in the mirror and notices that Dracula Dimitri is not in the mirror.
Oh no!
And he gets scared.
I'm scared
So
too.
he wants to take his brother home so his brother isn't a part of this, so he can fucking ride back with his sister and stop this shit. But he doesn't want his little brother as part of this. So the little kid is at the house. David Carradine's half-brother shows up to the house and is like, hey, what the fuck is going on? He gets info from the little brother and goes to find the fucking Dracula. The kids are now like at an older person dance, and there's like people dancing and shit. There's rockabilly music playing.
Oh, like Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, kind of.
Rockabilly music? Really?
Yeah, they were playing rockabilly music, which I have to say, rockabilly fucking blows.
Oh.
I think
rockabilly
is the
Neutrinos probably love
shittiest
rockabilly.
music. I hate it. Fuck rockabilly.
Well, you know, Mojo Nixon made $110 million off of rockabilly.
That's why I say fuck rockabilly.
Can't hate green.
Alright, so there's this dude that, like, Adam convinces to dance with Caroline Ray, but Dimitri comes along and mind controls the dude away from Caroline Ray. So, the little brother, he snuck in the David Carradine's half-brother's car, so now he's part of the ride. And the rockabilly band on stage is like, holy shit, we got, like, a celebrity in the house, like, from an old band that was the shit here. And they call Caroline Ray up onto the stage to sing a rockabilly song.
I thought it was going to be Glenn Danzig.
No, oh my god, that'd be great. Mother, get away from that Dracula.
Your hair is
everywhere. Dude, Danzig Confessional is my favorite thing of all time now.
Danzig Confessional's the best tribute band ever.
Wait, do they sing Danzig songs in the style of Dashboard?
Yes,
or Dashboard?
yes.
Okay.
They're both. They
both.
Switch.
They're switch. Okay.
Mother. Screaming infidelities.
I hate it so much, but I would pay to see it. I would pay to see it in a heartbeat.
They're like, how did they look? Do they dress like him, but then have emo haircuts? And they look like little boys?
Oh my god, so giant Danzig with his fucking thick ass neck, but an emo hair. Dude, I swear to God, like, we don't make shirts, but, like, when we do a Danzig Confessional shirt, I think is in order.
Yes. We gotta at least make a Photoshop and put it on the Facebook. It's a bare minimum.
Something. We'll make stickers of Danzig Confessional. Alright, so Adam gets a bunch of guys to beat up Dimitri and throw him out of the party. And they do. And his sister's out in the fucking... in the alleyway. I don't know why I forgot that word.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. I am Danzig da-ba-da.
Da-ba-Danzig. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-Danzig.
I'm Danzig da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-Danzig.
Alright, so the sister's watching fucking Dimitri outside. Like, after he got beat up, he fucking bends a bike in half. And then my man starts walking up a wall Jamiroquai style.
Ooh.
Which we love.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so he gets Caroline Ray, like, he is able to fucking mind control her. They go to the Harvest Festival. Caroline Ray says she's really not into him now. or no, he didn't hypnotize her. He hypnotizes her now.
Oh, okay. That's a really lame hypnotize.
Yeah, no.
Please don't like me.
Yeah, I'm not really into you. Like, your
Get outta
hypnotist
here.
kinda sucks. No, he hypnotizes her
but
now.
I'm not into you.
Fuck. Dimitri, can't you see? Adam pegs him in the head with a softball. And then, like, he grabs her and takes her away. Adam and the sister make it to this creepy mansion that he lives at. And their plan is to steal his coffin and trade it for Caroline Ray. So they come home, like, Dimitri and Caroline Ray go back to the place, and Dimitri's pissed because his fucking coffin is missing. Adam is floating the coffin on top of a lake. And then they're trying to make a deal, and then David Carradine's half-brother shows up, but Dimitri breaks a door down on him. Now he's, like, fucking out of it. And he's about to eat the children. He's going to eat the children. But then Caroline Ray snaps out of it
He's gonna put him in an air fryer.
he fries these kids. Caroline Ray snaps out of it.
Coors Light and throws him in an air fryer.
And throws him in the casket. And then David Carradine's half-brother jumps up and nails it shut. And he's just like, silver-plated nails. He'll never get out. And Caroline Ray invites David Carradine's half-brother to breakfast. The end.
Lovely. So, now it's time for
Selling
us
points.
to discuss our best bullet points, where we sell each other on the best bullet points. I fumbled this because of Mike's robo-host.
Sorry.
Mike, what's the best parts of Explorers?
All right, so my selling point is that they call their super cool like machine thingy the Thunder Road from Bruce Springsteen's song because they're Americans and they love America. And so I listened to the song Thunder Road, and because I wanted to, and it's about how Bruce Springsteen bangs this like not very pretty girl, and he says she's not pretty, but he also says he doesn't give a shit because he wants to have sex with her. And then after fucking her, he wants her to shut up about Jesus and go for a ride in his cool car. And then he calls her a whore. But again, he doesn't mind that she's a whore, and he takes the two of them out of the town. And that's the song Thunder Road.
He calls her a horse-faced lesbian.
That's my
That's
selling
probably
point.
a true story in Bruce Springsteen's life.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Probably several times over. I guess you can really only leave town once. I don't know how many small towns you can live in. I don't know.
Most Bruce...
He just goes small town, banging the ugly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's most of Bruce
Come on,
Springsteen's
Bruce.
discography is him just banging ugly chicks in different towns, right?
All across New Jersey. That's what he's known for.
Yeah. Oh, they're ugly New Jersey chicks. That makes it even worse.
This one's for that girl in Newark.
I'd say that again if I knew any other town in New Jersey, but I don't. So.
Me neither.
Oh, man. Okay,
TJ?
so I'm really glad neither of you knew this movie. I mean, randomly knew this movie because my selling point hinged on it. So, kind of like before I give you the actual point, just kind of recap in your minds the entire movie.
I don't remember
it's
it.
kind of like a Dennis the Movie type movie, a really
Dennis the
nasty
Movie
bratty
type
10-year-old.
movie?
What? A Dennis the Menace?
You said Dennis the Movie type movie.
Oh, my bad. I was rolling and I missed words.
I'm still imagining it's a Clifford the Big Red Dog movie.
You never told us the child
kids-
actor, so I assume it's like Chris Farley or something.
Yes, that's where I'm getting to. He has those weird googly eyes. And then remember those
Steve
Charles
Buscemi.
Grodin keep saying, like, you're not a human boy. You're not a boy.
It's Steve
Yeah.
Buscemi.
Oh, it's a girl.
Clifford the 10-year-old is played by Martin Short, who was 40 years old at the time.
No.
And
You know what? Now that you're-
I remember this, I think.
Yeah, I was
Like,
going to say, now that you say this, I remember it.
Yeah.
awesome though, and like extraordinarily unnerving, is that they don't make mention of it. There's no actual jokes directly related to it.
Like,
He is
I
just
guess
a
those sex sides
40-year-old
make sense
man.
now. Yeah.
Right, but they don't, like... he's just a 40-year-old man playing a 10-year-old boy in a story about a 10-year-old boy, and that's it. It is the weirdest fucking thing I've seen in years. And that's my selling point.
Dude,
I like it.
as soon as you said that, I was like, okay, I've heard of this thing. But...
That's why I was
Yeah.
worried that you might have, because, like, this is something that, like...
I didn't know the name of it.
worthy
or
of being
anything.
heard of, because it's so fucking weird. And like I said, it's not like they don't make jokes like, oh, he's actually a 40-year-old man, haha.
Yeah.
None of that.
That's
They
good.
play
I
it
like
as
when
he's a
things are played
10-year-old
straight.
boy the whole way through. And it's just like, why is it a 40-year-old man? Like, why is it Martin Short? I don't get it. It's so unsettling.
That's the joke,
It's
right?
really weird. No, but it's not. They don't make a joke of it. That's what I'm saying. It's so fucking weird.
It's just not acknowledged.
It's like it could have been this really crazy black comedy of a 40-year-old man playing a 10-year-old boy, but they don't make it that. They make it a movie, like, it's like a PG movie for kids with no kids in it.
Dude, you were saying it could be a black comedy. In my head, I just went Martin Too Short.
Oh my god. He just calls everyone bitch the whole time. Dude, they need to remake this. They need to get Too Short in the studio right now.
I love it. That'd be a great
Joe Dante
movie.
can get out, can make the film, can direct.
Oh, shit.
Alright, Angus, sell us on my mother's dating a Dracula.
Teenage vampire. Oh.
Dracula. Alright, so I'm just going to go along with it, like everything I said. My movie has Draculas. My
Yeah.
movie has cute Caroline Ray.
All right.
Like, my movie has fucking David Carradine's half brother that we don't know who he is.
I dig
Which
it.
one it is?
Pretty sure it's Keith. But all right, I'm in.
You'll figure it out. Keith Carradine?
Yeah, that's a
Is
Keith.
that a Keith? Is that the one who was in Wavelength?
I
God,
gotta
I'm
say,
looking it up right now.
I don't think it's Keith Carradine.
But so if it's Revenge of the Nerds Carradine, that's a good selling point. If it's the other Carradine who's not really in anything, that's hazy.
It's hazy.
Are you looking it up? If it's the Revenge of the Nerds Carradine, Mike?
It's not
Hold on.
Keith. So I'm all out of ideas.
Hold on.
Oh my god!
It's oh shit. It's Robert Carradine.
Robert. Okay.
Who?
Yeah, he was Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes,
Oh,
Revenge of
okay.
He was Lewis. Yeah. Okay, and he was also
Yeah,
in Escape
he's
from
the main
L.A.
guy.
Yeah, Ghosts of Mars. Man, this motherfucker did some good shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they're bringing
Okay, so that's it.
they're bringing back the Lizzie McGuire show.
Okay.
He's
Let's
the
not
dad.
get
He's the
distracted.
dad.
You know what else? You know what else they're bringing back? Dashboard Confessionals. Yes.
So what else? What else selling point do we got for you? Boo.
Dashboards in my movie.
Boo. How
I
do
like that I was the one to emphatically say we are done, and then the first time Angus went back to it, I was just all back in.
Oh man. Yeah. Like I don't have much more than that. My movie fucking rock, dude.
Cool.
All right, so some mild but powerful, short but powerful selling points. That'll
the
lead
road.
us to the main event of every episode when we relate all of our movies to Paul W.S. Anderson's 1997 classic Event Horizon in The Horizon Shift.
God, I hate that beat.
All right,
sound.
Michael, bring
All right.
explorers to the Lewis and Clark or the Event Horizon.
All right. So this fucking piece of shit studio made Joe Dante not finish the movie and release it with zero marketing, which made it bomb. Dante says that there's like 45 minutes of the film that has been lost. Kind of like
Whoa.
the Event Horizon film. That's all the cool
Yes.
scenes are lost. The
Not
scenes
all the
in-
cool scenes. Most of the
Yeah,
scenes
most-
are still
like-
cool,
Yeah.
but
You're
all
right.
the exceptionally grisly scenes are gone.
One scene was supposed to be where like the bully gang gets all their clothes disappeared by alien magic when they're in school and they get embarrassed. So that's how the bullies were gonna lose.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, Also, because in real life, Hawk and Phoenix were trying to bang the cool chick, they filmed the Hawk kissing her at the end. Because,
The Hawk.
I guess the Hawk, they were.
Dude, I imagine every time you say the Hawk, I just want to hear, ah! Just something badass like that.
So that was out of the movie too, and he said there was a 3 hour and 20-minute runtime instead of the hour and 40 that we got.
Totally unnecessary.
So that's my Event Horizon. It's lost. It's lost many of its pieces.
All right. So my Horizon shift is that Charles Grodin, much like Sam Neill, he designed Dino World, or helped design it, sort of like Sam Neill, helped design the engines of the Event Horizon. And Charles Grodin goes back to the place he designs and ends up in a bad mental state and tries to kill people. Just like Sam Neill goes back to the ship he designed and falls into madness and tries to kill people.
I dig it.
That's my shift.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
That's one of my favorite ones I've done.
Yeah, that was solid. Like a
Yeah,
rock.
like I feel like you've been vindicated.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
I heard it coming, and I was just like, "What is this noise that's coming towards my brain?"
yeah. I was like, what is that? I thought that was Mike's fax machine at first. What's great is we're talking so much about this, and it's not going to be on the track, and we don't want it to be, but it has just been so annoying for the last 45 minutes. Just hearing beep, 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 beep.
It's so hard to try
I don't know what to
take
do
it
for
out.
silk stockings now. I'm all out of ideas. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna
I'm
get a
all
wire.
out
Wired
of
headphones.
Yeah, that's right. Instead of buying Saved by the Bell comics, I should just get wired headphones.
Yes, you
It actually
absolutely
has kind of
should.
settled into sounding like your neighbor is weed whacking outside your window.
All right, here's a pair of $6 earbuds. I'm getting those.
All right.
All right. Angus shifts now.
That's
I
hilarious.
forgot what we were doing because of those noises.
Dude, that actually put me and you on sync. We both went, all right, at the exact same time. We're being digitally manipulated by his fucking
I'm
headphones.
telling you, Robo-Host is taking control of the show. Maybe we'll get more listeners.
Oh,
All
fuck.
hail, Robo-Host.
It's like Hypnotoad. All right. What's the name of the ship from Event Horizon?
Lewis and Clark.
Event Horizon?
Lewis and
Oh,
Clark.
that one, Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. My boy. What's his name? David Carradine's brother. Half
Robert
brother.
Carradine.
Starred in an episode in 1995 of Lewis and Clark, The New
Oh my
Adventures
God.
of Superman, as the handyman.
This is such a stretch. But I love it.
Okay, can I say one other thing though, just off topic?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I should. Fuck you. In 1996, apparently there was a TV movie, Humanoids from the Deep,
I remember
which
that one.
he
Oh,
starred
wait.
in. No, this is a different one.
Oh.
This
A
is one that
TV
was
movie
made for
of
TV.
the one with all the
The
boobs
rape.
and monsters caressing boobs.
Yes.
That Mike did.
So this
For the
is
show?
this is a made-for-TV fucking remake starring David Carradine's half-brother and Clint Howard.
Oh, I want to
Cool.
see that. With Clint Howard?
Yeah, Clint Howard's in it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's my shift.
All right.
All right, Mike, you get to cast a vote. Dracula's or Martin Short?
Well, TJ's film was entirely a nice drop of cool water, surprisingly, and I enjoyed listening to it and hearing about it. He had a good shift, so I'm voting for TJ this week.
Sweet.
TJ?
Oh, jeez, I hadn't really thought of it. In between, but you know what? I got to give it to the Neutrinos and Joe Dante in Mike's movie.
All right. I didn't know.
You know,
Neutrinos-
Caroline Ray and Robert Carradine are like hard factors.
David Carradine's
it
half
would
brother.
be a hard choice. Exactly. I kind of want to see both movies on it. Like, I genuinely kind of want to just see both movies. But if I had to pick one to see first, I think the Joe Dante factor and pretending that they're the neutrinos talking in a weird pop culture language. That just sounds fun to see for however little screen time they might even have. Oh, and Robert Picardo, I love him. So
Yeah.
I'm finding more reasons
Very cool.
to confirm my vote.
Angus, what
Cool.
do we got?
Again, I liked both of your explanations.
Yeah.
We're
But
all
this thing was
friends
great.
this
We
week.
all
Yeah,
came
like
up with we're all happy.
I guess. All right. With Mike's,
Even Robo-Host is excited. He can't stop chattering. Oh my god!
It's so
He sounded
sad.
so weird as Mike laughing.
it did.
It sounded like he was
laughing with him.
Oh, I didn't
I
like
hate
that at
it
all. We
so
gotta get off this
much.
phone call.
All right. With Mike's, I like Joe Dante. I like all that shit. With TJ's, I just kept pretending it was Clifford the Big Red Dog for some reason.
Big
But-
kaiju.
The big red dog.
Until you said like the Martin Short thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I've heard of this fucking thing. I wanted to see that. So yeah, I want to pick that just because of that reason. So TJ, you
Sweet.
got it.
Sweet again. I do have a theme ready. Just because I've been watching some Jackie Chan movies lately, and I know this genre or area of film will have a lot of stuff that's ripe and going to be good for the show. And so I'm going to go 80s Hong Kong action.
I'm going to write this one down because I'll forget.
And it's going to be broad. Yeah, it doesn't have to be
It's
necessarily
literally
like
one of the
gangster action.
easiest.
What?
It's one of the easiest like things
I
you've said.
I try to keep them broad too, and this is easy because like there's tons
Horse
of these
face
movies
broad.
on Prime, even on like the
80s
Roku.
hardcore action?
What? Oh my god!
Hardcore action.
Hey,
Mike's
I
telling us
can't remember if you said Japanese or hardcore. I don't.
Mike's telling us his
Hong Kong.
Pornhub history.
Chinese. Tons of them on Prime, but also like all those free Roku channels or Fire Stick channels like Tubi.
Tubi
They have like
rules.
they have a Tubi Asian or Filmrise Asian. That's a whole one of those free channels dedicated to them. So there's a lot to be found, and there's a whole decade. So
I never feel worse when
Yeah.
one person votes for me, but not the second. I'm just so sad.
it's a pretty lousy feeling. Yeah, but
Hey,
that
I got
happens
0. Fuck
every
off.
episode to
No,
somebody.
I feel better at 0.
Usually it's me.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
This has
so
been fun.
this has been
Yeah.
16 Ounce Cinema. Follow us on Facebook. You can message us. We reply instantly.
We love getting messages because
Yes.
we never do.
Yes,
And
so
we reply quickly if we
please
do.
Instagram
We'll
also.
still, but as this episode comes out, we'll still be looking for feedback on our last episode, the Silk Stockings commentary. We're looking to see if you like the commentary format, even though we're kind of sloppy and just scream at each other.
That's
If you
most of
prefer a recap format for the episodes. If you even care that we're doing Silk Stockings, which granted you might not, but yeah, we're going to do it.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing
So-
it, whether you like it or
But
not.
we're looking for feedback on Silk Stockings, however we're doing it. But we're going to do it. Just talk to us about it, please.
All right, and remember, always follow us on iTunes, on Spotify, I guess YouTube, Podbean. Google Play.
YouTube. Yep.
also-
Wherever
I
you're
think
finding
people
us,
know.
subscribe.
People know where to
review.
get podcasts.
Yeah, just, well, fuck off, dude. Like, they don't because they're not fucking leaving us fucking reviews. Leave us reviews, you
They're not reviewing us.
cocksuckers.
They're not commenting us. We're not seeing an
Yeah,
increase in subscribers.
come on.
You know.
I mean, come on.
I
Fucking,
would
gotta
get like
do
10
this
people just
then.
being like, "You guys are awful. I'm never listening to podcasts."
I don't,
again."
I would love that.
I would
Yeah,
love
me
the
too.
negative, even. Yeah, I'm looking for even for negative.
If people told us they stopped listening to podcasts because of us, like, I would jack off to that review every day. Like, that would make me so happy.
What if they said they stopped watching Event Horizon because of us?
Oh,
That would hurt.
I would assume they were lying.
Yeah,
Just to
nobody
hurt our
would
feelings.
ever stop watching Event Horizon.
I'd immediately quiz them about their Event Horizon knowledge.
Yeah,
Yes.
they would be lacking on all forms of it. All right, everybody. So
Goodbye.
do all
See
that.
ya.
We love you. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
Beep, 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 beep. Boop, boop.
God, I hate that beeping sound.